What is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. As always, we have Speedrunner 0218 with us.
Hello.
Almost said that. It almost sounded like I said 2, 1, and 8.
I thought you said that wrong.
Yeah. All right. It's special guest Austin,
Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well.
and today we are going to be playing Azelf in Generation 2, a Pokemon I actually am familiar with, despite being in a significantly further away generation.
Surprise, you actually know something newer than Gen 2.
Well, so interestingly enough, there are a few Pokemon I really, really liked when I was doing the BDSP. Yeah. So BDSP gives you a free Mew and a free
Jirachi.
Jirachi. But the thing is, like later on in the run, I Googled the legendary Pokemon of the game, and I looked at the stats. I'm like, ooh, I really like this Azelf. The stats look great, the moves look great, and you know what? It performed just as good as I thought it would. I even gave it that life orb.
Oh man. I should backport that item into Gen 2 as a challenge. That'd be fun. I've actually also played Azelf. I don't know if this was my first time playing it, but in one of my playthroughs of Omega Ruby when I was younger, I was at the point where I was going around catching legendaries. I caught an Azelf, saw it had Nasty Plot, saw it raise special attack, and I literally beat the league with my Azelf on the team. It was the only legendary I had. So yeah, I know how good this thing is.
Believe it or not, if you don't count the Gen 1 runs and you only count official games, later on, Nasty Plot is actually the first stat boosting move I've ever used on purpose.
Nice.
Although I used it on Gengar, I think, instead of because I played the game itself with a team that I never really got the opportunity to play with, which is Alakazam, Gengar, a lot of trade evolutions basically, because the game has got that like wonder trade thing where you can put in the Pokemon you want and then put the Pokemon you want.
Yep.
So I put in a Kadabra for a Kadabra, yada yada. So I actually got a Gengar pretty early on in the run. That was fun.
Yeah, so
Nice.
Austin,
that
you
must have
looking
been
forward
pretty
to this?
strong. Yeah, it should be an interesting one.
Alright.
Psychic type are always pretty good in the early generation.
Oh yeah. So the first dark type we actually will be forced to encounter is the Umbreon on the Kimono Girls team, but we'll have the punches by then, so I'm not too worried.
Okay, that's good to know.
Alright, so let me know when you two are ready.
Ready?
Ready, Austin?
Alright, give me 1 second to just close some of the 10,000 tabs I have.
1.
The good news is all my software and stuff is sorted out today.
Yep. Hello, Axu, Sundown,
Alrighty.
Kiwi, Rex Raptor,
Hello, Rex
D1,
Raptor.
Kumon. Backport Geomancy. I will when we do Xerneas in the near future. Alright, you two ready?
Andrew Palmer, there's no better feeling than wonder trading away all of your failed Dratinis.
Hey, that's where I got my Dratini. Probably
Or
not.
wonder trading all your failed Dratinis. You're like, ooh, I got a starter. And then you're like, what is this? I've never even seen this before.
Azelf is essentially Alakazam with physical attack. Pretty much, yeah. Well, Alakazam doesn't even get Nasty Plot. I don't think in any game. I don't think in Gen 1 it even got Amnesia. So I think this might be better than Alakazam.
On my Gen 2 regular leaderboard, which is what this game is, Alakazam's number 1.
Alright,
Oh, nice.
so I think we talked long enough. Are you ready?
Alright.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. I'll still set it to 1 AM, just in case we want Curse, although I highly doubt it. So
My
Austin,
game just froze. What?
how'd your game freeze?
Okay. Oh, I was all tabbed. Okay.
Are you
that explains
serious?
it.
Why'd you have
All
to
right,
give
a little
me a
bit of a
heart?
false start, but it's okay.
Why'd you have
It's
to
okay.
give me a heart attack like that? Like, if anything breaks with these ROMs, I'm at fault. I don't want me thinking that something's wrong with it.
Use
Oh.
your error.
No, I just really, really like the sprite too.
I know, it's a really good sprite. Apparently the back sprite had Game Freak in the credits, so I wonder if they just did a paste for paste. I mean, the back sprite does look familiar.
Andrew Palmer, I have to change the rules for the backport to make them consistent for everybody. He was asking why I didn't start the timer after picking up the Pokemon.
Yeah, because for the races, we always start at new game. Plus, the reason Steve had that rule was so he could put on the egg move. There's no need for egg moves. I will literally just include it on the moveset if I have to.
Yep. We've also come up with the new strategy, thanks to Azelf, that we will do one egg move and one remember move, or two of each, if they don't get both.
So either one egg, one reminder, or two egg, or two reminder.
Exactly.
Yeah, because this thing gets like 14 remember moves.
Yeah, I gave it like the most OP moveset ever, where it had like 4 like 100 power moves, and we're like, this needs to stop.
Yeah, a bit too OP.
We had to set a precedence.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, my overworld pathing in this game is so bad.
Are you guys gonna learn Swift?
No.
Probably not.
Oh hey Austin,
I mean-
did you see I put your name in the list of defaults?
I saw that, thank you.
Yeah. I can see Azelf beat Red at level 63 or 65. I mean, it's not possible. It's not undoable. Regidrago was level 63.
I actually think we could pretty much do red almost as low as we want, just because of nasty plot. Basically, in this game, if you get a stat boosting move, it's almost like a cheat code.
Right.
Because the red battles where you don't have a stat boosting move, like even a simple move like
Return.
we had meditate on one of the runs, and that's just good enough.
Honestly, it's what I kind of like about the crystal backports. Like, I know we've talked about this before, but it means like not every run's just gonna have like curse or return or whatever. Like for this run, we're gonna be using nasty plot with psychic. Like, how many Pokemon are gonna bring in psychic to a red fight? Not many. Hello, Annie.
Yeah, that's right. No mud slap. Dummy.
Hey, my berry's gone.
Yeah, I had to use my berry on Pidgeotto.
I just
Oh,
crit
good to
the
see that.
I just crit the Pidgeotto and one-shot it.
Ah, good to see Austin also skip the tower.
Yeah.
Hopefully you remember your way through Mount Silver.
I now have the image where the cave is now just right next to where I open all of my like stuff.
Makes sense.
Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to open that.
Oh, you have your own map too?
When we get there. Yeah.
Just
Just memorize it like me. I'm kidding.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, it's so simple.
This guy's a spokesman for Nike here. It's so simple, a caveman can do it. I know that's not Nike, that's Geico.
Oh,
I saw they brought him back for last year's Super Bowl commercial. I believe they gave him like PTSD in the commercials.
I don't get it.
Well, I mean, he was their spokesperson for a real long time before the gecko.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Alright, gotta get the full heal. Dude, get out of the way.
As I call it with my boss, it was the before times. The before you could remember times.
You mean a few weeks ago?
Well, I mean, so I like having this inside joke with my boss. So I relatively watched basketball early. Or sorry, no, so recently. Recently started watching basketball. I started watching in 2020. So anything before 2020 is before times. So he tries to tell me about all these players I've never heard of and what great things they've done, and then like what teams that he thinks are good. And then there's just some teams that me and him just can't get eye to eye on because they used to be good and now they're just awful.
Yeah, that's about right.
Like I keep telling him, San Antonio Spurs is not a good team, and he keeps on telling me they are a good team, and I've never seen them get even a 500 record before.
If you've never seen
Apparently
it,
they
never
got
happened.
all these championships, but I've never seen them even win more games than lose.
If you never saw it, it never happened.
Exactly. It really gets under his skin too, because he really likes the San Antonio Spurs.
Man, he's gonna deduct your pay because of that.
That is correct, Wendy. This is not Kyogre, unfortunately.
What? This isn't Kyogre. What, Steve? What? I thought we were doing Kyogre. What's wrong with you?
Can you imagine?
Oh yeah. There wouldn't be a way to create the auto rain, but oh man.
We just
I might be able to if you get creative.
set a new record.
Should've saved.
Oh, I just lost to Bugsy.
Yeah, I should have saved before going into that fight, but thankfully I have rest. I'll just use it on Metapod. I think I'll use Tri Attack. Ooh, I paralyzed it. Nice. Huh. The Scyther refused to use Fury Cutter.
How do you paralyze it?
Tri Attack. Or you could just freeze it or
forgot
burn
that.
it. Yeah, starting Gen 2, that has that effect. Actually, I think Tri Attack in Gen 2 lets you burn fire types and freeze ice types. Hey, what's your name, Speed? My name is Speed.
I burned Metapod.
Dude, that poor thing.
Oh. So my strategy for Bugsy was don't get hit by String Shot.
What a great strategy. Why didn't I think of that?
I got 2 resets on Bugsy.
Alright, I need an Oddish. Hey, a Psyduck, first try. Iron-Tail?
Nice.
Darn. I killed the Psyduck.
How dare you?
Lucky.
I was thinking a resisted Iron-Tail would let it live, but no, I'm just too strong. Alright. There's Oddish. Okay, I'm just gonna have to YOLO this. Good thing I got the Great Ball. Alright, so I guess no Psyduck today.
I didn't get it with the Great Ball, unfortunately. I also made a pretty bad mistake.
I forgot to buy repels.
I forgot to buy repels.
Well, I guess it gives me
Might
more
still have a
chances for
chance in this
Psyduck.
then.
It gives me more
It's
chances
not
for
a
Psyduck.
deal.
Deal because I was gonna go back to the city anyways to go get the charcoal for the punches.
Oh, right. I always forget you can do that. Well, got a Psyduck.
It's basically, hey, here's the punches for free. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm not going back. I'll pick up the Sweet Sentium.
Good call. That'll make up for it.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I just looked at my TMs. I'm like, where's Flash? And then I was like,
Flash?
oh. Exactly. Where is Flash? It exists. I know it does.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I don't have enough friendship for return. Whatever shall I do? Yeah, and Twinio can poison steel types. It never comes up though, because for using a bug type in Gen 2, it's gonna have a better bug move, like Bug Bite or Lunge or Signal Beam. Those moves aren't in Gen 2. I still got the haircut anyway.
I love how he just used bite moves that I've never heard of before. It's funny.
You never heard of Bug Bite?
No, it's not in Gem 1 and 2. There was this mythical Weedle that got it, but we don't talk about that.
Right? It's too powerful for its own good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Yeah, I haven't seen them have Tim Duncan. He was in the before times.
Times that don't exist.
And Speed's name is Speed.
Why is everyone asking this?
Well, apparently you're not the sharing type with your real name.
I want me to show you my birth certificate? It'll probably say Speed on it. I need the Abra.
I think the Abra's optional. What do you think, Austin?
I'm gonna get the Abra. I think teleport's kind of helpful.
That was your chance to convince Speed that you didn't need it.
Like that's ever gonna work. Oh yeah, I can backport those moves, yeah. Oh hey, Juggler Irwin. Hey.
Gosh, you're just one trainer ahead. I skipped Juggler Irwin. We'll see him on the second run, though.
Hey, Steve, I dare you to equip the Quick Claw.
I absolutely did. What are you talking about? I could whip it every run, no matter what Pokemon it is.
But we have 125 speed.
That's irrelevant.
Speaking of teleport, I actually skipped Abra when I did Alakazam. That would make sense, because it starts with it, I think.
I have made a new error that I've never done before.
Oh, get out of the way.
What's that?
I didn't heal in Goldenrod.
Where'd you teleport to?
Azalea.
Did you rewind?
Don't you just love how you play these runs like 100 times and you find new ways to F it up?
Yep. Alright, confusion. I'm getting rid of rest.
No, get rid of confusion. It's not good.
I might actually get rid of all these moves.
What? Have you told me you haven't used Iron Tail?
Fortunately not.
I did use it on Scyther once by accident.
Does Scyther resist steel? I don't think it does. Actually, something I just realized. Confusion's 50 base power, right?
This is so embarrassing.
Our stab confusion is the same damage as our elemental punches.
My second run's gotta be way better than this.
Are you actually having to walk back through the forest?
No, after all of that, I lost a Whitney on top of it.
Actually,
the Clefairy knocked out like 60% of my HP in one attack. I didn't even see what it was.
It was probably metronoming something.
Well, yeah, of course it was metronome. We just don't know what it was.
What do you want to bet it was? What do you want to bet it was like Sacred Fire?
Oh, it was definitely a move that had high power. Like, how else is it gonna do damage to me?
Right. Well, the reason I was able to afford all the elemental punches was because I forgot to buy repels, so I might actually just go fight the Kimono girls first and then go buy the repels. I have no money.
Interesting. I'm still saving to get return.
I thought you said you weren't going to be using it. What made you change your mind?
It's for a second run. I want to see if I need it anywhere.
Ah, makes sense. Oh yeah, Psybeam. Thank you. Scyther doesn't. Oh yeah, I figured that. I just know Bug resists some weird types. Like, I think Bug resists ground. Like, how often do you think of that?
This time, Steve?
Oh, what was that?
I did. The second time I didn't get, lose all of my HP to Clefairy.
Hey guys, little tip. Make sure you're at full HP for the Umbreon.
Really? Because I knocked it out, like, instantly.
What, in one turn?
You want to know my strategy?
Tell me your strategy.
Iron Tail.
You suck, man. You're not supposed to use
Told
that
you
move.
you're gonna love it.
You're not gonna use that move in the next run, surely.
You know what my strategy for Vaporeon was? Confuse it, let it hit itself.
Alright, I gotta purchase this stuff.
Oh, I almost didn't talk to Surf Guy. Just beat up on the women and left for no reason.
Ekrutique doesn't sell repels.
I did, in fact, know that. There are a lot of cities in this game where you can't get
I
certain
think I
items
just-
from.
Burned Flareon.
You're pretty much just gonna have to get to Olivine and get the super repels.
Yeah.
It's okay, they're super.
I don't know. I like to go to the max.
Thankfully, since you didn't have repels, I actually caught up to you.
Right? Oh my
Apparently, you
gosh.
didn't buy escape ropes either, so now
The mart doesn't sell escape ropes here either. They don't sell anything. It's okay though.
what
They
do
have
they sell?
ice heals.
Oh, good call, good call. Might want to stock up on those.
I think so, yeah. Price is coming up. Who knows what his Blizzard's gonna do. Alright, gotta go up through here, fight this guy. Haunter. Oh
I
boy,
see.
Haunter.
See, you know about the shortcut.
I've always done the shortcut. I actually did not know how to get to that second person, because all I've learned was the shortcut.
Interesting. You know that trainer is actually quite good, the one we skip? I believe they have 2 haunters.
Maybe, but I don't need no 2 Haunters. Alright, do you guys think I'll outspeed the Gengar? I'm at 83 speed. This might be cutting it
Yeah,
close.
Real close.
Oh yeah. It's a one-shot.
If you say so.
Yep, I'm totally just making stuff up.
Exactly.
I really wish Shadow Ball could help out somewhere. But I don't think it will.
Oh, that was an interesting strategy you just did.
What, not use repels?
No, you went through the exit.
Is that the way you go?
No. I take the top area the whole way through.
Oh, I thought there was like a mandatory trainer up there. Like that one guy who calls you about the
I mean, they're
professor.
kind of mandatory. You just take a repel and pray.
Oh. But the way I go avoids... I think the only risk of a trainer is that Corsola person. Alright. Gotta sell this nugget. Aw, they don't even sell escape ropes here. This place stinks.
Do you think Krabby will survive Swift?
With 125 attack, that might be cutting it close. Let me know how that goes.
It survived. I'm not going to tell you by how much.
It lived. Let me
It did.
guess. Red health?
Very close to it.
Oh. Yellow?
Yeah.
Also, I have not healed at a Pokemon Center in a while. Dude, how does this guy keep catching me now? I remember doing like 5 runs in a row where he would never once catch me, then all of a sudden he gets me every other time.
Well, why don't you just do your pausing trick?
I just like to go straight down here. It's just like one staircase to another. I don't like stopping for that guy.
I agree.
It's
I
kind of
pretty
like
much skip him every time.
It's kind of like, you know, the grass before, like, Rival 6. Do you ever use a repel for that grass?
Bike shop, I don't care what you have to say.
He just wants to thank you for using the bike. He likes how you changed your ways. Okay, move the supers up here. Oh, dude. I need to know the most efficient way to, like, go past these people. I always encounter one of them.
Down to the left. Down and immediately left. Dang it. I didn't go far enough left. Basically, if you see them, they see you. Like dinosaurs.
That's a good one.
Nice.
So, Austin, where are you at?
The tower, the White
Nice.
House, whatever it's called.
Do you guys
Although,
think I should-
unlike dinosaurs, they're not all based on motion. You can't stand in their circular range and then have them not see you.
Is there some animal that, like, you stand in front of them, but if you don't move, they don't see you? Or is that just made up?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You
I
would
don't-
think he based it on something, right?
I don't know. I think Hollywood's
Oh, I
brainwashing us
forgot
again.
Surf.
Alright, Chuck, are you gonna be a scary fight? Okay, the Polyrath lives in yellow health, so there is a tiny bit of risk. Like, it could hit a dynamic punch or hypnosis.
So you're saying the quick claw will help?
I mean, there's no harm in the Quick Claw. Wait. Why? Wait a minute. Why did we... Did we give Azelf the ability to learn Fly?
That's a
You
good
did.
question.
Does this thing normally learn Fly, or did we make a mistake? Well,
do you
Steve
mean
made the
we?
moveset. Did Steve make
'Cause
a
I
mistake?
forgot to get Kenya, so this might be actually useful for me.
Oh yeah, the flying Azelf. You have to hold on to it by its little tails.
Where's the move deleter in this game? Is it in
Move
Blackthorn?
deleter? Yeah, it's in
Yes.
Blackthorn.
Okay.
It's like 2 to the left of the house of the Pokemon Center.
Gotcha.
Don't tell Scott, but I'm using the bike.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, right. I wonder if Hidden Power Dark could come in handy. I don't think it will.
Of course it will. Oh my god. I just got a life-saving crit.
On the Gyarados?
Yeah.
Didn't didn't you have Thunder Punch?
Nope.
Oh, you poor thing.
I still have basically the starting moveset. I told myself the moment I would get Fly, I would make the journey, and I never did.
So you're delaying the punches?
Or you could say they just haven't come up.
Azelf gets acrobatics by TM. That might have been it, because we don't go off of the original Gen 4 moveset with our crystal backports. We do the newest moveset possible, so that would have been Scarlet and Violet, I think. And there's
It
no
says in the
HMs in that
title.
game.
My title says Gen 9. The reason I put it in the title was if once they release Gen 10, it's not confusing to people who go back and watch old videos.
So you don't even have Fire Punch for Magnemite guy?
No, unfortunately, they survived side beams.
Quick Claw would be good for Trick Room, but this is Gen 2. I mean, Quick Claw can help like most Pokemon because there's really not many held items. And it's not too out of the way, but I'm just not gonna equip it.
You gonna grab the protein?
You know what? I might actually pass. I might pick it up to sell for another vitamin, but I don't think I'll do vitamin shopping for this thing. I mean, calcium could always help. Because our special defense still isn't the best. I forgot to talk to... Dang it, Steve. As soon as you started saying... As soon as you started saying you forget to talk to one of the rockets, all of a sudden I'm doing it.
I specifically remembered to talk to them 2 times each.
I hate how I keep doing that. Because I'm upset too, because I literally passed this spinner the first time. Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it! I passed the spinner the first time, but not the second.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as big of a deal if his Pokemon weren't so crap.
You do know this is an evil crime organization, right?
Yeah, that apparently hands out all of their stolen Pokemon to the the elites.
And then they just
and they're like, hey, we need some Pokemon for our our what do you call them?
Grunts.
Yeah, we need some Pokemon for our grunts. Let's go catch some Rattata outside.
I mean, they probably just went to Route 1, captured like 50 Rattatas, and like, here, give it to them.
Right?
Why are all the Rattata... Why are the Rattata all shiny and yellow? You mean like, why are they yellow? I don't know, that's what color palette they gave it. People think that the shiny color palettes in this game, like, they just do a palette swap or something, but no, in the game's code, each Pokemon has a unique little table. It actually tells it, like, how much to shift the red, green, and blue values by for each of its 2 main colors. Like, it's defined for each Pokemon, so it's not random.
By the way, you were wrong about the second dark type.
Second dark?
It was not the Houndour.
Oh, the Murkrow, right.
Yeah.
I did say some rocket grunts.
How vague.
Right. Still don't have escape ropes.
Don't need them.
Hey, I dodged Spinner Douglas this time. Nice.
Dang it. I had battled Spinner Douglas. I battled basically all of the random ones except for the ones above Goldenrod.
Well, I got a reset on price.
Wow, the low stats are really noticeable. Defensive stats.
Yeah. What do you mean I can't use potions on my Psyduck? Oh. Now that I had to reset, I did encounter Spinner Douglas. It is a palette swap, but they specifically... Okay.
No! The sailor with the Machop, he caught me!
Alright, so what I meant is, they weren't like, oh, if it's blue, make it orange. If it's orange, make it blue. Like, I meant, like, it's not like that. Is there a Jinx here? Maybe on one of the random trainers? I don't know. I don't fight most of those guys. Well, I'm doing this whole run without escape ropes, I guess.
Makes perfect sense. Don't go... Guess you're going rare candyless too.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't
Everyone
say that.
knows you need escape ropes for rare candies. Just a fact.
I mean, I could just skip the ones that do. No, don't save for Jasmine. I'm not a wimp. I'm just gonna fire punch everything.
I just taught Fire Punch for this battle. I'm keeping my useless moveset for the whole run to see if I can.
The Steelix was almost a one-shot with Fire Punch, but I burned it, so it died anyway.
So far, Tri-Attack and Iron Tail have come up never.
You don't say.
I was really, really hoping hoping that like they would come up at some point, like be a little bit useful at some point.
I mean, Irontail came up for Umbreon.
Yes, you're right. What was I thinking?
Right.
By the way, I did think there is in fact a way the Quick Claw can be useful. It just happened twice.
Paralyzed.
Twice, not in my favor. So what just happened was I got hit by 2 quick attacks.
Uh-huh.
And unfortunately, they hit me.
Oh.
But who knows how many quick attacks from Rattaz I avoided.
Hello, Anderson. How's the run so far? This run's going very, very smooth. My only reset was just because I didn't heal at price. Apparently, 16 HP is too low.
What?
I thought I would have just one-shot everything.
That's comically low.
Right. Also, if you guys are wondering what's on my moveset, Extra Sensory is the first of 2 backported moves. I said this at the start, but for new viewers, it is 80 base power with a 10% chance to flinch. It is also a psychic type move. Also, you can see on the overlay it's spelled correctly, but in game, it's spelled with an X. That's because in this game, you can only use 10 characters for a move name, and I think Extra Sensory is 12. So I had to shorten the name as best as I could.
No, he spelled it that way because it's a lot cooler like that, like the X Games.
Right. I was just glad that was there. Oh. Okay, apparently Roxanne from Hoenn switched to Ice type, and her girlfriend are trainers in Price's gym, so yeah, there's a jinx. That's a weird statement. Quick Claw is within your own priority bracket, so it doesn't let you outspeed Quick Attack. I think in newer games they changed that, but probably not with Gen 2. I underestimate Dewgong's special defense. Hey, how am I supposed to keep track of all that stuff?
I constantly expect that Dugong, it survives a lot.
I'm actually
If there's
wondering-
anything that I over expect, it's the Piloswine. For some reason, I expect that thing to survive like Machamp does a lot, but it just doesn't.
You know, just because Extra Sensory has 20 power points and it's 80 base power, I'm thinking of not teaching Psychic, just for the power points.
It's certainly a strategy. Oh my god, a Pokemon came up for Irontail.
Let me guess.
Sneasel.
Fire Punch.
I just said it was Sneasel.
Fire Punch.
Sneasel came up on the rivals team, and I'm like, oh my god, a Pokemon Irontail's useful against.
I just one-shot it with Fire Punch. Isn't it 30? I think it's 20 power points. At least I put it in the game as 20, but I'm pretty sure it's 20.
Extra Sensory is 20. I know this because I've been staring at its PP, basically being like, you're the return of this run.
20 PP since Gen 6. So what was Extra Sensory in the earlier games? In Gen 3 to 5, it had 30 power points. Oh man, that would have been so good. But it's the newest
And the best
one.
part is, we take the moveset from the generation. So if you go to Bulbapedia and you sort it by Gen 6, will it say 30? Because that's where we paste it from, is Bulbapedia.
Well, we did its Gen 9 moveset, remember?
Yeah. But I'm saying if we ever did it in Gen 1.
Oh. I guess if we did it in in Red and Blue, we'd have to use its Red and Blue moveset, so Gen 4. I think it would say Extra Sensory 30 power points.
Well, you just mentioned that it was Gen 4 30, so I just assumed it was in Gen 4.
Yeah, Gen 3 to 5. Yep. Imagine backporting Roost and giving it 5 PP. Backporting Roost would be a bit hard, because you may think, like, how is that hard? It's a healing move. Technically, Roost has an additional effect. For the rest of your turn, it actually eliminates your flying typing. The reason it does that is to try and simulate, like, if a bird is roosting, it has to, like, go to the ground, so therefore it's not flying. But I guess
Does that make you survive Thunderbolt better?
I guess theoretically, yes. It actually does help eliminate some flying weaknesses when you use Roost. Just for that one turn. If I do backport it, I'll either, like, choose not to backport it because it's a complicated move, or I would just get rid of the secondary part and just make it a recover clone. Honestly, I'd rather make it a recovery clone.
It doesn't improve. It doesn't, like... How many moves recover more than recover?
By default, besides rest, I don't think any. I know.
So recover's the best recovery move?
I know there are some other healing moves where you set up the right environment, it can heal more. Like this move Synthesis, if it's sunny, it heals 3/4 of your HP. But like by itself, I would say like Recover, Soft Boiled, Roost, and all the 50% ones. That or Rest. What's Azelf's signature move? Azelf doesn't have a signature move. Like, there's no move unique to Azelf. But if you're asking, like, what did we backport?
I would say Extra Sensory is pretty unique.
A lot of Pokemon get it more than you think.
Oh, I just froze Houndoom.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, Austin, you haven't talked in a while. We can't have you beat us. Tell us about your life goals.
No, don't worry. That's not gonna happen.
So where are you at right now? You guys think
The radio tower?
Oh, what do I teach Nasty Plotto? Oh, actually, I think there was one run where I wanted to keep Fire Punch for somebody, but I think that was just for the Rockets. See, I'm getting rid of
You
Fire
get rid
Punch.
of Extra Sensory. It seems like a pretty useless move after a certain point.
Steve, you know I have access to the Discord. I can drag you out of the voice channel. It's okay, though. I grabbed the pink bow, even though I have no normal moves.
I actually equipped it as well. I actually have my my picture of Mount Silver over top of Discord, so if you move me, you perma move me. I'm not moving back.
No, I wouldn't do that. That means there'd be less talking and my streams will get copyright claimed. That's why I'm trying to talk more.
It's definitely
Hey, I found a Delibird.
Copyrighted song.
Delibird. I believe there's only one place you can get those. Ice Cave, right?
No. The one place you get them is Cinnabar Island, right next to the volcano, too.
Ah, makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
I wonder if I should get the Nevermelt Ice.
Well,
probably
you know,
not.
I just picked up an extra protein, so you know. There's that. Make room for Nasty Plot. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'd rather teach Rest.
See? Somebody gets it. Okay. Now, does Dratini, does Dragonair have more special defense than defense?
I'm looking
It looks like it.
I'm looking at Dratini. Dratini's number is higher, so I have to say yes. Make sure you use Nasty Plot on Rival 5. Oh, Magneton. That was the one thing I wanted Fire Punch for. So I know there was another run where I wanted to hold on to Fire Punch until the league. I couldn't remember what Pokemon it was, but yeah, it was Magneton. Oh well.
What do you need Thunder Punch for?
Morale.
Like Blue's Gyarados? Lance's Gyarados?
I mean, normally I would say Lance's Gyarados, but I was just gonna set up a turn 1 Nasty Plot anyway. Let's see. I know Ice or Fire Punch can help with Karen's Pokemon. I can't think of anywhere in the league Thunder Punch would help.
Yeah, I think Thunder Punch is the when do I get rid of a good move in this game. So like for instance in Gen 1, you have to figure out when you get rid of Body Slam because it doesn't really help you. And we figured out it doesn't really help you at Giovanni. Like that's the point you get rid of it, is right around the Rhyhorn of Giovanni. That's like when it's outlived its usefulness.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
You know what's really funny? You just keep on passing me, and then you keep on getting wild encounters, and I just keep passing you back. These
Yeah,
repels have been incredibly helpful.
right.
Do you raise your Pokemon by cheating?
No, I raise them with violence.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Way better strats. That's how the rival does it, you know? And, you know, he's never lost.
Surely he's never lost. I guess
Alright,
Fire
well,
Punch would have helped for Koga's Fortress, yeah.
I'm gonna lose time picking this up because I know Speed skips it, but one of
mean-
these days he'll run out of max elixirs and I'll have the last laugh.
I actually did pick up that second Max Elixir.
What? That's
Yeah,
so unlike you.
Elixirs?
I decided to change. No, I don't want
The
return.
max elixirs are in Dragon's Den. The first one is to the left of the whirlpool, and the second one is in the top right-ish most area in the wall, in the water.
I'll have to look up the map of it later.
Yeah, if you pick up the elixir and the max elixirs, you're pretty solid.
I actually did go back to the department store and buy Fire Punch again.
Interesting. Sounds like a useless decision, bad move.
Right?
I don't see anywhere where that's gonna help you.
I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it for fun.
What's it gonna hit you with? Sonic Boom?
I'm mainly scared of Thunder Wave.
Nah, bad move. It won't choose it.
You just love playing dumb these streams, don't you?
Have you ever had a successful Thunder Wave? The opponent sure hasn't.
You hear this guy? But guys, look at my moveset right here. Do you think this should be the final moveset? Or should I get something else? I don't know.
Sick of tired of running into this Bulbasaur chick.
I actually avoid her a lot now. I've learned the trick.
What's the trick?
She's not a random spinner. She moves clockwise. If you go straight down, you can pause buffer until she's facing up, and then you can just head straight right and she never sees you. Yeah, she's not a random spinner.
But she sees me like immediately most times.
Just like that one guy for me in the lighthouse.
I feel he's timing based. Like if you
I think so.
hold down the moment you go through it and you don't hesitate whatsoever, then you don't have to worry about him.
Oh no, Fury Cutter did a whole 19 damage.
What in the world has Fury Cutter?
Sneasel.
Interesting. I don't know if I've ever taken a look at its moveset.
I mean, it never really uses Fury Cutter. Usually it just uses Screech. I see Umbreon being a problem. Umbreon is a problem for pretty much everything.
I looked up at my moveset to figure out if we learned Earthquake or not. And then I found out the hard way that Sneasel's the starting Pokemon on the team.
Ah.
Nice.
Yeah, I should get rid of that. Yeah, I don't have Thunder Punch for the slow, but I can't have all the 3 punches at once, so some sacrifices must be made. But besides, like,
I
what's the
beat the
Slowbro
rival
gonna
with
do?
20 HP to spare.
Oh no, I've been leech seeded. Oh, no. You can't use Amnesia, Slowbro. No, you don't. You can't Amnesia leech seed me.
Okay. Well, this is on me. Hey, John.
Yes, hello, this John person.
Yeah, you'll never know which one.
Mm-hmm. If us getting to +4 doesn't get us to put -2 by Umbreon, we'll be fine. Yeah, but then again, like, it's... The sand attack is, like, its own issue, but getting confused and hitting yourself is definitely annoying as heck. If you have even 1 less HP than your max HP, it is less likely to use sand attack first turn. Is that what you were talking about by saying HP up? Could you have just said if you don't lead with full HP? Because Steve and I were talking about what you were saying. We could not understand a single thing you were saying with that HP up thing.
You can use an HP up to reduce your health, though.
But we were thinking, like, why does the AI look at what vitamins we've used? But from what Axu's saying, you just can't be at max HP. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Well, now it makes a lot more sense.
It
Because
does make
sometimes
more
after
sense.
Bruno, I'll just go do the next one without healing.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I mean, is there a randomly placed HP up that could be useful?
No.
Oh boy.
There.
What? I'm gonna
What?
have to. What's...
Austin's volume isn't low. He's just not talking very much.
That's just... Well, I got the 8% feint attack turn 1.
I don't know how it just happened, but I missed 3 returns on Murkrow, and it knocked me out.
Have you ever gotten to the Houndoom?
Bro, how did I miss 3 returns on Murkrow? Is that even
Sand attack.
possible?
I think now's the point
It's
where I
like
gotta
chance
teach
for a
return.
comeback.
What do I get rid of?
I know
Honestly,
it's Sand Attack. It's just
Fire-
crazy.
Fire Punch is not good anymore after Koga, so I'm gonna replace Fire Punch with Return.
If you say so. I find so many uses. The first use being
The Umbreon completely soloed me.
how are you going to defeat the fortress without it?
I said,
right?
I said Fire Punch past Koga isn't needed. Oh no, not me, look. Yeah, if I don't end up using my rare candies at all in Kanto, before Karen will definitely be a good spot to use them.
Interesting. I second tried her after I didn't miss 3 returns.
What level are you?
49.
The same level as me.
How much damage, by the way, do you do to Houndoom? Do you just knock it out from full HP?
With Return, it leaves it in red health.
Oh, I got a crit. That's why I asked.
You suck. Lance
It
is
was the first
+4.
try crit. What do you want me to do about it?
Rewind and try again. That was too lucky. You gotta do the J-Ro strat. If it's too lucky, you gotta reset.
Do you still do that?
I don't
I
know.
know
I don't
early
really watch
J-Rose did that.
I don't know. I don't watch his stuff.
At some point, he was super passionate and that he would do that. But I imagine when his tone started going down and you could tell the love started to go a little way, I can't imagine he still does that, right?
I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of happy they nerfed Confusion. I had no idea they nerfed it until, like, when I was doing my Nuzlocke. I was wondering, like, how come I was rarely hitting myself? So I had to look up the Confusion mechanic, and I'm like, oh, they nerfed it. Really?
Speed might be
Wait,
right
when
about
did
this
they do
keep
that?
extra.
What was that?
When did Confusion get nerfed?
Starting in Gen 7, or Gen 8, they lowered the chance of hitting yourself from 50 to 33.
Oh, wow.
Because in my Nuzlocke of Shining Pearl, like, I kept getting confused with Confuse Ray, and I only hit myself, like, 1 time out of, like, 10 hits, and I'm like, how am I getting this lucky?
Dang.
Steve, are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just
sounded
waiting
like you
for you to
dropped out.
finish.
Sounded like you dropped out when you finished talking.
Yeah, you might have been right about this keeping extra sensory over psychic thing, because boy, 10 psychic PP doesn't go as far as you think it does.
No. Plus, it's only 10 less power. Like, how's that going to matter in Kanto?
Red doesn't have a Raichu. Gone.
He's never had a Raichu. Like, absolutely never did. Every single game you've ever fought him in, even in, like, championship tournaments, he's always had Pikachu.
This is starting to become a trend. Every single time I pick up leftovers, I give it to Kenya first to try out, make sure it's not, bad.
Honestly, Axu, the 10% flinch really isn't going to help much because Extrasensory knocks out most Pokemon. I'm mainly just keeping it for the power points.
Man, imagine if Kenya wasn't trying out my my leftovers for me. My Pokemon could get, like, poisoned. But it always says it's good because it's like, hey, you got mail.
Hey, Steve, don't get mad, but I went through Rock Tunnel again.
That's okay. It saves you 2 battles. I just don't care.
%20 flinch. I would love 20% flinches.
Okay, this is real annoying. Erica's team goes back and forth between being weak to Psychic and not being weak to Psychic.
Just because I have no other held item, I'm just going to equip leftovers.
Dang it! I even waited for the stupid channel art medium.
Have you already made Gardevoir
Not
backport
being
in
the
Gen
way.
2? Whenever we do these 3-way crystal backports, we let our third guest, in this case being Austin, we let them pick what the backport Pokemon is. We have to wait for someone to pick Gardevoir. Or if I want to do it by myself. But I'm not going to do backports by myself unless it's a member-suggested run. I've got a few of them up the list. Like, I want to do them in Crystal from now on, just because Crystal's more interesting, just because of the moves. I'm currently on the list. I have to backport Kleavor, Bruxish, and Glaceon. No
I haven't checked in a while. If any of mine have hit, like, the 3 read margin again.
Well, yeah. The reason I'm getting member-suggested runs so early is because it took me so long to do the first batch. A lot of people already had their icons change. It took me so long.
I know Boss KO still has another pick that he just hasn't used yet.
Alright, I guess it's a good thing I taught Return to for...
the league.
Oh, what was that?
What move?
Did I forget to buy full restores for the league?
Uh-oh.
That actually will end up being a problem. You might be able to nasty plot your way through, but
Hopefully you bought super potions or...
unfortunately,
max
you just
potion or
can't
two.
nasty plot your way through Karen.
Yeah, I'm still at almost max HP. Starting Bruno, so I think we're okay.
What was that about icons? What was I talking about icons for? Oh, like,
Whenever the icon changes, a person gets a run.
Oh, yeah, like the membership badges. Yeah.
So basically, every month for the first 3, and then after that, it's every 3 months, and then after you reach the year point, it's every 6 months.
I've had to rewind out of the Pokemon Center twice because I'm trying to bike up to Cerulean. I keep bumping into this Slowbro girl, and she's like directly lined up in front of the center door, so if I go up, I enter the center, which ruins teleport, so I had to rewind out of that.
I find it funny that there are at least, I think, 7 occasions I can tell that you're gonna improve on the next run. So
Getting
I really gotta
repels.
win this one, because if I don't win this one, I am certainly not winning the second one.
Honestly, my biggest mistake was forgetting to buy repels.
Right, that's one of the things where the 7 occasions where repels have made you lose time.
Alright,
Yeah.
first try Karen. At least this one has that going for
Wow.
it.
What level were you?
Did you just knock out Umbreon in one hit?
50?
50. Oh.
Yeah, I just went for 2 nasty plots and then swept.
Did she just never use Sand Attack, or did you just get that lucky?
She used it twice. I just only missed once.
So
she
you
missed
got
one of
lucky.
them,
Can we ban this guy?
pretty much.
Well, it sounds like the setting up of 2 nasty plots, he didn't have that problem that you were having, not one-shotting some Pokemon.
The Houndoom wouldn't get one shot with return at 49, but maybe level
Right.
50
And
would
therefore,
let...
his nasty plots made that a one-shot, and therefore, when you had to survive 2 turns, he had to survive 1.
Actually, I do have an idea for the next run. Like how I grabbed the pink bow by accident. I might actually equip that right away, so I can guarantee the knockout on Houndoom.
I had the pink bow equipped. Maybe my crit didn't matter.
Yeah, because for me, the Houndoom lived at like 15 HP or something. Austin had Thunder Punch for Houndoom. Yeah, I mean, that would have worked, yeah. Oh no, I ran out of extra sensories. Whatever shall I do?
I found return to actually be quite useful this run. Try attack was getting quite weak.
Honestly, return only came in useful for Karen. Really didn't find another use for it.
It's been for physically defensive weak Pokemon.
True. What?
Because being a balanced physical and special attacker, it's just that you know
I am so bad.
that you pick the best move for the opponent's defense, and then you're just gonna win.
I am so bad.
That's okay. That's what I like to hear.
I did something kind of bad.
What's
up? Hold on. I beat Misty, right? I
Uh-huh.
went all the way to the power plant to return the machine part. You can probably guess what my issue was.
You didn't heal.
No, I forgot the machine part.
Oh. That's a lot less bad than not healing.
Probably.
Not having the teleport in general would be so much worse.
So yeah, I went into Misty's gym and just completely forgot to pick up the machine part. I blame Austin for this.
Yeah, he had such a riddling conversation earlier. He made you just forget everything you know.
Yeah, that's what he did. He's distracting me with his silence.
Slowpoke strategy.
How can you do the cave backwards? Memorize
I think you
the
said
cave.
that wrong. I'm pretty sure the movie or the song lyric is "He blinded me with science." It's close though.
I mean, remember that one guy in the games? He's always like, the power of technology is amazing. You can now trade with your friends.
That is amazing. Have you seen the world these people live in Pokemon? It's the Dark Ages, man.
Ask Austin if he would ever play Camerupt in Fire Red. I mean, I probably would at some point.
Maybe someday, I don't know. It's not one that I have planned, but not one that I'm
Fire
opposed
Red
to
or
either.
Camerupt?
Camerupt.
I mean, it's not the too much water game, so it sounds like it's not the worst.
Misty will be fun, but at least you can skip her and overlevel some.
Actually, what I like about having done like so many Fire Red runs, whenever I know Scott's still new to like his whole Fire Red games, but I just like to see like his commentary on what he thinks is easy and hard, and see if I agree with his statements or not. Like, I think one statement
Sure.
he made that I disagreed with, let's see. There was one he made. Can't remember what it was. It was something about, like, the yellow version being harder than the remix. I think he said that Blaine is easier in Fire and Leaf Green than Yellow. And I somewhat disagree with that because, I know a lot of Pokemon struggle with, Blaine and Yellow version, but in Fire and Leaf Green specifically, anything that relies on physical moves at all is just up for disaster because of the Intimidates. Plus, every single member of his team has Fire Blast. And they have, like, the really high
Yeah, I mean, the
special defense,
Intimidates are
too.
rough.
Maybe at best they're, like, equal, but Fire and Leaf Green Blaine, he's really difficult mainly because of the Intimidates. Like, the Growl that sets up a turn 1 Intimidate right away, so if you have to use like Earthquake or something, you're kind of in trouble. Plus, I mean, in those games, like, you don't get early Earthquake. You have to beat Giovanni first to get Earthquake. Plus, Dig is kind of trash. Emerald for you versus Scott is different. Grass Mons are great for the Elite Four, but the Steven is hard to fight. Actually, he mentioned something about the Steven fight. You'll have to... I gotta use a freaking full restore. I've had 2 resets at Blaine because I would refuse to heal my paralysis.
Personal problems.
Right. Oh, so he said something interesting about the Steven fight. I know Austin's done some Emerald runs. I know Axu has. Scott thinks the Steven Stone fight is harder than the round 2 champion fight from Fire Red. I really don't see how that's the case.
I mean, I don't even play the game, and I just know that can't be true.
No,
Depends on
because
who you're playing, I think.
it would depend, yeah. Like, Steven's Skarmory is way easier to set up on than Blue's Heracross. But Scott was like, well, it could miss a Rock Tomb. And I'm like, have you ever tried to face the thing? Like, the thing never likes to miss Rock Tomb. Plus, his Tyranitar sets up a permanent Sandstorm, effectively nerfing the leftovers. And, his Pokemon in general just have way better moves. Steven's Pokemon have really common weaknesses, too. Like, if you go in there with, like, maybe, like, a Fire, or Water, or Ground move, you effectively got good coverage against most of his team. Steven's more centered with defense. Yeah, I remember someone mentioned that Steven's more better with defense, but the rival's just straight up offensive, which I think is really accurate, but I really do not think Steven's harder than round 2 champion.
Really depends on the Pokemon. If you're using like a poison type or something, Steven's just hilariously miserable.
I know, but like, what kind of besides legendaries, like, there really isn't like a generic typing that's like good or bad against the champion in round 2, because there's always something that the round 2 champion has that you're weak against. There's always something, but if you go into Steven with a certain typing, he really doesn't have much of an answer for you. Plus, some of his Pokemon have really bad moveset. Like, for some reason, his Aggron has all special moves in that game.
Doesn't it have Earthquake?
Maybe, but I know it has Dragon Claw and Solar Beam and Thunder.
I'll have to check. Yeah, it does have Thunder and Solar Beam.
Or yeah,
Which is
or if you have
weird.
like fighting moves, I think like 2/3 of his team is weak to fighting.
Yeah,
Mainly,
fighting
this
is really good in
embarrassing.
Emerald.
yeah, like what I'm mainly trying to say is like champions like with a type theme and common weaknesses, I find them easier than diverse teams. Just because like some types of Pokemon can just really excel at them, but diverse teams, like every Pokemon's gonna struggle against one of the Pokemon. Fire Red and Leaf Green Blaine's way better than Red and Blue Blaine. That is not up for debate at all. Red and
You
Blue
know what,
Blaine
I
is
think
pure trash.
I just had to rewind my way out of the cave 3 times.
Mount Silver?
Yeah.
Dang, you're ahead of me. I'm just beating Brock.
I had to rewind out 3 times.
It might have been those resets I had at Blaine that screwed me up.
No, it was the bike. It was entirely the bike. I kept on thinking I was moving 1 space, and I'm pretty sure I was moving 3 or 2. So I think I
yeah.
kept on going back into the
Yeah,
what do you call it, the upstairs.
I don't do Mount Silver, the inside with the cave. It messes me up. Although I do Rock Tunnel with the bike. Just because it's
I'm
bigger.
about to have something very interesting to report in a moment.
Is it on the red team?
It's not about the team at all. 104.43. No
Nice.
candies.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, I haven't used a
Nice.
single candy at all.
Well, just no candies on red at all. I was gonna use them all immediately. I'm like, I'm gonna try it without doing anything. Basically, just use Psychic, Return Nasty Plot. Finished at level 59.
I'm level 58 going to the fight, so I might end up at the same level.
Well, you're gonna level up during the fight. That's almost impossible not to.
Right? Alright, does this one-shot Pikachu? Really? Oh no, not
Pikachu just doesn't matter. You just set up your 3 nasty plots,
Yeah,
and
I just realized.
between you also had Ice Punch. Nice. I was gonna say between Extra Sensory and Ice Punch, you pretty much just knock out everything.
I was just thinking, like, you don't normally want to set up on Pikachu, but we're not using physical moves. Dang, Snorlax actually survived Extra Sensory. Level 60. 106 on the dot. Dude, that is exactly my under. 106.
Nice.
That is a good
So
one.
you didn't get under.
Digital guy at least.
Technically, I got a 106.18, so I technically didn't get the under. I got the in-between.
Right? All those people that bet under, they were wrong.
Who voted in between? 30% of you were correct. Gen 3 HMO6 is a war crime. 20 base power is fine, like Mud Slap. Yeah, honestly, what was that last crystal backport we did? Where we used Rock Smash for Jasmine? What was that? Oh, it was Fortress. That wasn't a backport. Rock Smash ended up being our answer for Jasmine.
Everybody under 106 is right on mine.
Nice. So Austin, you streaming your... I forgot to put your stream.
What'd you say?
Are you streaming your end? I forgot to put the streams up. Oh yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
are.
my stream was
Okay,
up.
let me
God, that repel step counter is the best.
yeah, I wish I had that. I mean, there really wouldn't be room for it.
I didn't know you could do that. You just went diagonal to Janine. I just go all the way left and then just go down. Basically the exact same routing as Gen 1.
Well, I think that
Yeah, a
diagonal
little
path
shortcut there.
I think the diagonal path exists in Gen 1 too. But we always go diagonal because like there was some mandatory trainers over there.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it's blocked off in Gen
You
1.
do
It's
not.
in
You
Fire Red,
cannot.
though.
The whole top line is straight.
Oh, you're right. You don't go diagonal in Gen 1 because there's a trainer that blocks it. I know in Fire Red Leaf Green you can actually go diagonal. The drowsy Hypno guy at the end is optional in that game, just because of that shortcut. You fought Brock, right?
Yeah.
I actually started doing this new routing in the Kanto section with Crystal. I don't know if it's faster, but I'm experimenting with it.
It's definitely faster. You save exactly one, what do you call it? One
Fly.
trip from Brock's gym to the cut tree. That's how much you save.
So yeah, what my strat is, after I exit out of Diglett's Cave in Route 2, instead of going up to Pewter, I go straight down all the way to Cinnabar, beat Blaine, then Janine, fly to Viridian, beat Blue, and then bike straight up through the trees, and then go up to Pewter, and then I can fly to Pallet Town. My main reason like doing that strat is because but my main reason that I got into that strat was because it eliminates like having to pass by that 3 Beedrill guy one time, but I mean, with the alternative things, like, you have to go up to Pewter and then go all the way down. And, like, you're doing roughly the same amount of walking, but I think my method does cut out a tiny bit of walking. It cuts out
You skip all the space between the tree and the gym by flying.
I like how Austin's using the bike, too. Scott's gonna hurl at this.
No rare candy. I like it.
Annie, if you don't want to use HMs when you play Emerald, you need an HM slave. One of the good ones is let's see, I know Zigzagoon and well, you need something for fly. Zigzagoon's good for cut and surf. For rock smash and strength, like anything in Granite Cave. Like there's Aeron, there's Makuhita, there's Geodude. But although that is technically 3, there really
Also,
isn't
out of
like
curiosity,
sorry.
does your overlay show the order that Red plans on throwing at his team, or is it just that's his generic
No.
order?
It's just like the basic order.
Okay.
That's
I was
something
gonna say
Scott
that's the
came
right
off
order.
ad.
Oh, I guess it's not. Okay, never mind.
Zigzagoon, Meryl, and Talo. Yep, sounds about right. Fun fact: Halo can't learn Surf. Not Halo.
There we
Wingfold
go.
can't learn Surf.
109.14.
Only 3 minutes
You
behind
got
for
under
being
110.
rusty. So yeah, do you think in the next run you'll just skip every rare candy?
I don't think it's possible to skip every rare candy.
Technically it is. Just don't pick it up. Austin has
it's
177
ingrained.
grand.
It's ingrained in me to pick up every rare candy.
I mean, if anything, like, we could use it on Karen to get to level 50 for damage rounding, but I think the pink bow with return will just be enough. I like how you didn't... You still have the bitterberry?
Oh yeah, I never swapped it out after Karen.
That's funny.
So the only change that I'm really making is I'm adding all of the punches as early as humanly possible.
Annie, no, Golduck's not in Hoenn.
Yeah, Andrew Palmer, it's a great time, but you also got to remember it's not comparable to my normal runs because we're playing an instant text,
Oh, Golduck
and
is
it
in Hoenn?
literally saves like 20 whole minutes.
Oh, yeah. That's the only reason we can bear to do 2 crystal backports in one stream. Like 2 playthroughs. I know Matt always plays on instant text.
It is
I
pretty
never-
nice for Crystal.
At any point, had Thunder Punch,
You
and
did
at no point did I have fire and ice at the same time.
You did say you almost died to the Gyarados, though.
Correct. This is very correct. If I did not get a critical hit,
Yeah, so what
I would have went down.
What I'm gonna do in the next run, I'll teach all 3 elemental punches. I will actually go get that charcoal, because the only reason I had enough money the first time was because I forgot to buy repels. So I'll get the charcoal, I'll teach all 3 punches at once, and then when I get Nasty Plot, I am replacing Thunder Punch, because I need Fire and Ice Punch. That's just straight up my
Yeah,
final
I'm just
moveset.
trying to think.
You guys mind
Where
if
do
I
you
use the
need?
restroom quick?
Where do you need Ice Punch?
I used it for Claire.
You don't need it for Claire.
It
I'm
can
telling you
help
that right
with-
now. I used Extra Sensory.
Will Zatus and Exeggutor.
So what I'm hearing is you should have return until you teach over Fire Punch.
I'm just gonna get the TM for return and just not teach it till Karen, where I replace Fire Punch.
I'm just trying to figure out how I can have return on my moveset the whole game and where I can get rid of one punch.
You know what? Just because we can get the pink bow after the radio tower, I'm thinking I teach return after Claire, and then I can just pink bow return through the league, because that might end up being better. Because we'll have the attack boost and the normal type badge boost, but the psychic type badge boost isn't until Kanto.
I have a green microfiber cloth on my desktop or on my desk that I use for wiping the lid of my Yeti.
Yeah.
And I was just cleaning the lid because it get a little dirty. And then I noticed that it's completely and utterly see-through. It's a mobile green screen.
That's funny.
It's a green cloth.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Sundown.
Toro. Ole. Oh. Now, I don't think any held item helped the whole run. Maybe the pink bow, and that was probably it.
I'm honestly thinking of skipping leftovers too.
I'm gonna skip leftovers for sure.
Yes, but I never heard of such a thing from Steve.
I know it is ludicrous that I'm considering it.
Yeah, I think just hold on to pink bow the entire game, but I guess like at the very start, like, did I need bitter or paralysis cure berry for anything?
So where's the last time you need fire punch?
Either the rival's Magneton or Koga's Fortress. So So I would say Koga.
Mm,
I mean, you could just set up nasty plots on the Sneasel, because it really can't hurt you.
okay, but essentially what I'm hearing is after Koga, teach it with Ice Punch, because Ice Punch is not mandatory anywhere before that.
But where is Ice Punch mandatory, though? Like, I know I asked this, but I'm thinking again.
The Executor on Blues team.
Oh, yeah. Even +3, even +6 special, well, maybe with extra sensory it wouldn't kill. 'Cause I think that thing has sleep powder. You don't want to stall on that thing. So is Fire Punch the only noteworthy punch
Oh,
to keep?
and Erica, because you actually do not one-shot every member of her team. You actually need to use the
Fire
better move between Ice Punch and Psychic.
Honestly, I think Fire Punch is the only punch we need to keep the entire run.
Maybe.
So I think I'll grab.
Maybe where's the last time we need Thunder Punch?
The last time, I would honestly say the Red Gyarados. I think just the Red Gyarados, but if you're there in the store, it's only like one down click away from buying it.
Oh no, I'm still buying all of them. I'm just trying to figure out when is the most efficient time to get rid of a move. So I guess might as well just keep Ice Punch and Fire Punch the whole game. Teach over Ice Punch after Red Gyarados then.
Actually, my plan was...
No. It's after Price.
My plan is to teach all the 3 punches, and then when I get Nasty Plot, I'll teach that over Thunder Punch, and then in the league, I'll teach Return over Ice Punch.
It's Fire Punch and Thunder Punch until Price. After Price, I can teach over Thunder Punch.
Okay. Did Austin say he was going to the bathroom?
I'm back now.
Oh, hey.
I've been back for a little while. I didn't want to interrupt the strategy meeting.
Yeah, you're not invited.
Oh no, now Austin knows the best place to get rid of the punches.
Alright, so let me know when you two are ready.
I'm trying to wonder if that's still enough money. I guess.
Well, I'm gonna get the charcoal.
Yeah, but usually I almost blow all of my money on repels and escape ropes.
In Azalea, I just buy
How much does Sweet Scent sell for?
Good
1,000?
I think it's 1,000.
Because if it's 1,000, then I think I could just sell Sweet Scent and charcoal.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So, you two ready?
Yep.
Austin?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Alright.
Actually, now that I think about it, I forgot to move Austin's stream from the top monitor down. I was gonna look at the move set during the run. I don't know why I would need to look at it. I mean, we've already completed one run.
Actually says
I don't-
Sweet Scent is 500.
500? Well, you know what? I think I still have Fury Cutter at that point, so I guess if they're both 500, it still works out.
And Mud Slap, too. You can sell that.
Oh, right. I think Mud Slap is actually 1,000.
Alright, so you two are ready now?
Yeah.
Alright, 3,
Yes.
2, 1, go.
It is surprising to me that it does not learn Earthquake.
How is it going to shake the ground?
It just feels like the Pokemon that when we have a balanced attacker like this, it just feels like it deserves Earthquake.
Also, since we don't need Curse, I just made it daytime.
Dang it. Can't stop telling Professor L no.
Steve has a problem with telling people no all the time. Kind of a problem.
You just do it every time.
On the bright side, since I'm playing this during the day, there actually is an extra cut user I could get. Sentret on the first route can learn cut, and it's quite a common encounter.
Why are you switching to daytime?
I don't need Curse, so I just spam day through the whole thing. I made it 10 a.m.
Okay.
I mean, I used to think nighttime was better because of the Poliwag, but Poliwag really doesn't help anything. You want to save the Pokeballs for the Bellsprout or Oddish.
Ah. Wow. I don't know how you guys are so lucky with encounters all the time.
I literally got 6 encounters on the first route, dude.
I'm level 6.5. Well, 6 and a fourth already.
I am level 6 and an 8th.
See?
So yeah, you got an extra 1 encounter than me. Big whoop.
I'm also wondering, do you one-shot everything? Because I do not.
I don't think I one-shot everything.
'Cause I don't one-shot any of the Hoot Hoots.
Hoot have pretty good special defense.
Right. You know, it really works out that both of our names are 5 letters.
Austin is 6.
Yeah, but when we set each other as rivals manually, typing in Speed and typing in Steve is the same amount of letters in relatively the same amount of time.
Yeah.
You guys gonna be picking up any berries?
Nah, I'll just let them grow. Save them for the next person. Yeah,
Right.
Hobbit. I'm still trying to defeat all the wild Pokemon I come across, like, just because they're there.
Yeah. I taught over Rest for Swift.
I actually chose to skip Swift entirely. Like, I think Rest helped in at the Bugsy fight, because I forgot to heal up.
Swift is my Krabby catching move.
That's clever.
Axu, does the Psyduck are the encounter rates in the forest different if it's daytime in terms of Oddish and Psyduck? I think Psyduck's
can't
only at
get
night,
Psyduck.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
then
only night.
Well, I kind of screwed myself by not choosing nighttime. Oh well.
I mean, you might just end up getting the Bellsprout and never even need to see an Oddish.
Oddish is nighttime, right?
Yes, Andrew Palmer, Game 7 of the hockey finals is tonight. Very historic event. Oh, Andrew, since you're the one I was talking to last about hockey, okay, so you were right and I was and the announcer was right. When I mentioned that it's the second time a Game 7 has been won, and you were like, the announcer just said it was the first. I was thinking of the entire playoffs. The announcer was thinking of just the finals.
So you're saying, Axu, I have to get the Bellsprout. Okay. Well, I kind of screwed myself.
Why?
Oddish and Psyduck are nighttime only encounters.
Oddish and Psyduck? Holy crap. That's hilarious.
It's okay, I found a Bellsprout first try. Although it's not staying in the ball.
We'll just use Iron Tail.
I don't think I don't really want to risk Tri Attack. Its defense sucks. Come on. Dude, come on. Oh, final Pokeball. Clutch. Didn't get punished.
Final Pokeball. Now, how are you going to catch the Krabby?
Get the Lure Ball and the Great Ball, of course.
Ah, yes. Leaving Krabby up to 2 balls chance. Good call. I
okay.
agree with this method. Very, very solid. Don't change your ways.
Actually, I did change my ways. There's a second Great Ball above the Pokemon Center. I just got it.
Oh, you picked up the first one by the Wooper?
Yeah, and the second one I just remembered. By the way, Tri Attack is better for the Scyther. Badge boosted in any of the 3 statuses would be useful. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Agreed. Also, being at full HP helps.
Shut up.
No, this is a problem for me last time.
Well, because in the last run...
The real key to winning that battle, though, against Bugsy is just don't get hit by a string shot, and then you will out Fury Cutter him.
Yes, the simple strategy of don't get string shot. I'll take a note of that.
Exactly, see? Good call. If you get hit by fear, or yeah, just immediately reset. Like Pikachu and Charm.
Did I do that this run? If Pikachu uses Charm, should I just reset? Because I can't have
Yep,
my attack low
yep,
if I'm
absolutely.
using special.
You know it. That was close. The Ladybug confused me, and I almost hit myself.
It actually confused me in the last run, too, surprisingly.
Oh, come on, Paris. Really? I got hit by Scratch.
I'm gonna fight the Paris guy just to annoy Steve.
Not a one-shot, I can tell you that.
And I'm paralyzed. This is karma.
No, Metapod hit me with String Shot.
Well, I'm not gonna use the Paralysis Cure Berry for anything else.
I got one reset.
Nice. Did you get String Shot?
Holy crap. I
got
just saw you
String
do
Shot.
something I've never seen done before.
I just got String Shot.
You just talked to Bugsy from the left. I had
Uh,
no idea that was possible.
I got a reset. Steve, you'll never guess
I got
how
a reset even without String Shot.
I got the reset with String Shot.
I think I should have battled another trainer? Be a slightly higher level? Oh my god, I skipped Weedle guy.
I just froze
Or
the Scyther.
Beedrill guy.
I should have
How
fought
dare
the
you.
Beedrill guy, honestly. At level 13, the Scyther outspeeds you by 1 point. I think,
Oh, Beedrill guy, wow.
so I should have fought Beedrill guy, honestly.
So stupid. I can't believe that. Like, that was the difference between outspeeding. Why didn't I think of that?
Right, get some
String shot fail.
super-
Nice.
Get 8 escape ropes and
Oh, yeah,
guys
it's
get the
definitely the
rival
difference
first?
outspeeding.
6 repels. Alright, get
6
the charcoal.
repels?
Get the charcoal.
So I still don't know how much. I don't have it tuned in, but I feel like the answer is it's either 6 or 5.
For what?
The repels to buy.
Honestly, I think 6 is the better number. I mean, I bought 6.
It burned the Scyther.
What, you released
I
some...
burned the Scyther on the first one, but because that goes second, I still lost.
I actually froze the Scyther.
We don't need to hear about your what was it? Linoon level of luck? No, that was
It was Furret.
Furret level luck.
Hey, that was you. You're the one with Furret luck. It's only cheating
Yeah,
if
but
you
you
freeze.
just got it.
It's only cheating if you freeze it with Ice Punch, not me.
Oh, I see. I see. One-sided argument the celebrity way.
Right? Austin's already at red. Oh my gosh, I knew he was gonna catch up. Austin,
Is he just visiting?
Austin, care to explain yourself?
I'm
Just gotta get good, you know? Just
Oh
gotta use
my
the
God.
bike.
In the
I
quote,
almost just had the reset the run problem.
you gonna quote Sonic the Hedgehog and say, "Gotta go fast"?
Yeah, there you go. No, I gotta use the
Do you
bike.
consider it a fair thing to do to reset the run if you run out of Pokeballs in Oddish? Is that a fair thing to do?
Cause I don't know. That's kind of like if in Red and Blue you run out of Pokeballs on Sandshrew.
Whoa. Exactly. You already know the run is totally and completely dead at that point.
Yeah, you gotta live with your mistake. That's luck. You can't start over a run over luck.
I mean,
I
I
would start
forgot
over a
Kenya
run
last
over,
run and
like-
played it out.
I would only ever start over a run like that if, like, you monumentally screwed up the run. Like, there was that one run where you made me do another run just because I refused to use a certain move for Brock or something, or I didn't train high enough. But you told me I needed to start over. Get good, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Alright, gotta get the Spearow.
So you're not healed forward.
I mean, actually, this is different. We're racing. We're not talking about resetting a run if you're racing yourself. Gotta go get the punches. I'll have to come back for return later, though. Actually, maybe teaching them will be enough. Actually, I might just teach Mud Slap right here just to boost my friendship better.
Good call.
Alright, gotta buy one of each.
I didn't know you were so close to 150. Does your overlay tell you how close you are? Because I'm at 123. It seems pretty unbelievable that you would be close to 150.
I'm at 128 right now.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Apparently teaching a
Nick just
TM is
does
only
not
one
want to show
friendship.
up today.
What?
There it is.
Apparently teaching a TM is only one friendship. Oh well.
Yeah.
Thought it was more than
What
that.
do you think it was?
Thought it was like
No,
2
it's
or
always
3.
been one.
Thought it was like 2 or 3.
No, just challenging the gym leaders too. You don't even have to win, just challenge. Holy crap, so many people were in my way.
Oh well, I don't need
Holy
return.
crap, I almost didn't have enough money for Abra.
That's why I buy the Abra first before I buy the TMs.
It's a good thing I sold some extra TMs.
It metronomed Rock Slide.
Useful. You gonna grab the quick claw to avoid quick attacks?
I don't think they let you avoid quick attacks in this game.
Austin, doesn't it prioritize
Oh.
everything?
I have no idea, honestly.
Well, we can have Axu look it up.
Quick attack should prioritize over anything, right? I mean, that makes perfect sense.
I lived at 1 HP on Whitney's mill tank.
Nice.
Ow,
It was setting up a rollout chain.
illegal. I'm just gonna go ahead and use Fire Punch and Burner, you know?
Yeah.
Holy crap, Stumble's Bite did a lot. Do I even have super potions after buying all those TMs?
Yeah, John, I knew that because I played it in Emerald, and I wish it had Solar Beam.
Jeez. Okay, well that was interesting. Metronomed Swagger
That's a good one.
ended up
Axu,
actually
is that only-
helping me.
Is that how it works modern day, or just Gen 2? Of course.
How do you beat Miltank without burn? Oh, it sets up a roll
Attack?
chain. That's how you beat it.
Axu says, this, I asked him if it works like this in just Gen 2, but it's all the gens. Quick Attack still beats Quick Claw.
What?
I guess it... Yeah, it's... I guess
How
Quick
could
Attack
you ever
has...
know?
I guess Quick Attack has higher priority than Quick Claw. Actually, I do know this one thing. You know something with... You know one move effect that has such a high priority? It goes before even doing, like, other things that's not moves. I know in Gen 3 this was a glitch. If you're in a double battle and you have one Pokemon try to charge up Focus Punch, and then have the other Pokemon, like, switch out the Focus Punch user, it'll do the focusing animation and then switch out. That's how much of a priority the animation has. I gotta reset.
I'm glad I won the first run because this second one is not going well for me.
I mean, this run's not going too well for me either. I got a reset on the Umbreon.
Yeah, but that's to be expected.
I didn't get it on the first run.
Well, you hear this guy? He's talking about things not happening in the first run, even though it was just lucky in the first run, and now he's just passing it off as something he expects.
Right? Steve, there's been a couple of runs recently where that's happened to you.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with that, is you don't know what you don't know.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, froze the Umbreon.
You got a reset on Umbreon too?
Interesting. I
Oh,
just
I froze
three-shot
it.
it with Thunder Punch.
I 4-shot it. Might have been a higher level.
21?
I was 19 on it.
Oh, somehow I've done extra training? What? That doesn't make any sense.
You might have dodged. I might have dodged some spinners you didn't do.
Oh, well, that would explain why you're so far ahead. Eswe needs to learn to talk less.
Right. You know, after you talk to the legendary dogs, you can just escape rope out of that room.
Clearly, you're talking to the audience.
Yeah. Yeah, because
There's
clearly...
absolutely no way you were talking to me. The thing that I taught you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's both. Right, yeah, that's it. At least Entei and Houndoom can learn Solar Beam. Entei learning Solar Beam is what makes it so good in Crystal. Like, he completely destroys Red's team. Just give it Flamethrower, Solar Beam, and Sunny Day. Like, you just set up Sunny Day on the Pikachu, sweep with Flamethrower, and then Solar Beam for the Blastoise. I mean, you may think, but that's all special moves. Sunny Day with Flamethrower, it can do, I think it 3-shots the Snorlax. Also, the Gengar actually survived a Psybeam.
Well, that's not good to know. By the way,
Completely
Andrew, telling me
terrifying.
it's 2-1
Yeah.
means nothing. You got to say who's winning.
Speed, any plans for an Entei run in Emerald? I'm not even planning on doing Emerald right now.
Emerald's the best game.
Can I ban Austin from chat? Because that's clearly not true. People don't like
Open
it
up your
when I
heart
have
and
that.
accept it. It's the truth.
I think I would consider this my most, I think I'd consider this my most controversial Pokemon game opinion. I think Emerald is a massively overrated game. It's not as fun as people say it is.
You're welcome to your opinion on that. I respectfully disagree.
But then again, like, Hoenn's not really my favorite region. Or Aspias.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
That legitimately needs a name. That speedrunner bottom ledge skip.
I always go that way, because I always thought the upper path had
The
mandatory
speedrunner
trainers.
bottom ledge. I'm just gonna have to call it that.
Call it the bottom speed.
Wow,
Come on, that's a good one.
that doesn't even make sense.
Too much water.
Instead of wasting time trying to catch the Krabby with just 2 balls, I decided to buy some great balls, and they ended up being worthless.
What, the lure ball worked first try?
Yep. Turns out the hitting it with with Swift was really all you need.
Yeah, that makes too much sense. I forgot the lure ball. Uh-oh. And I gotta go buy some great balls.
Yay! Something that I preemptively did that was a waste that Speed didn't preemptively did, now going to cost him time. Basically, all the time that I lost in the Ilex Forest.
You prefer Omega Ruby over Emerald? 100%.
How is that a fair comparison? You're comparing one thing that was made 10 years later.
Hey, I mean, a
Guys,
lot of people prefer the older
I
ones.
prefer BDSP over the original. That a
might
controversial
actually,
opinion? Something that was made on DS versus something that was made on Switch?
some people might actually agree with you there.
Are we
Or
comparing to
some
the
people might
original
actually
Diamond and
sway you
Pearl?
over that opinion.
If we're
No,
comparing
I
to
would
the
say it's
original
not.
Diamond and Pearl, then absolutely. The original Diamond, Pearl, and
The
Platinum ran
BDSP
bad.
just has all the features. Like it's not comparable, in my opinion, at all.
I do agree with that, yeah. My main
Like they're
problem
just
with
not.
the
Like
Gen
they're
4
literally
games...
apples and oranges.
Well, I still like Platinum, for example. It's just my main problem with all of Gen 4. Like, I know they were just getting started with the DS, but the games had a really terrible frame rate, especially Diamond and Pearl. Like, those games on one-time speed are virtually unplayable for me. Really unplayable. Platinum better. Oh, dude, how does this guy keep seeing me? Every time, man. In some ways, I think Platinum is better, but in other ways, I think the remakes are better. It's a bit of a
I
mixed
think
bag.
all opinions that the original version are entirely nostalgic based. I don't think there's literally any ground to stand on because the
Platinum has fire
so like for
types.
instance when I say I like Gen 1 over Gen 3 versions of Gen 1, my ground to stand on is that Gen 3 had features that I didn't like. But the thing is it makes my opinion wrong. I'm
So,
wrong.
You're wrong, but you still have the opinion anyway?
Yes. I can have something and be wrong.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's just subjective. If you enjoy
All
something
opinions
more.
are subjective.
Well, the natures and abilities completely and the two new types alters the game so dramatically that it's just better from a everything standpoint, like a strategic standpoint, from a things like can go weird standpoint, from a I can play the game in so many different ways like there's just it's objectively better in every single way. But I'm cool with my opinion that Gen 1's better because as long as I acknowledge that I know I'm wrong, but I still have the opinion.
So you knowingly have the wrong opinion, but you just say it because you like annoying people. That's my
I'm
reason
saying
too.
because it's true to me, but it's wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Let me live my truth, man.
No.
Platinum has fire types. Hey, the one major benefit of the Sinnoh remakes over the originals, one, you can catch way more Pokemon, and two, the Underground got a huge revamp, and that was Sinnoh's #1 selling point. But I guess when people talk about Platinum being better, they think of extra tiny bits to the story, like the distortion world. All that stuff was cool, yeah. You also got to look at other things. You can't only just look at what the game doesn't have. You got to look at what it does have. People always just look at what it doesn't have.
But yes, I'm saying the overall fact is it is just that Gen 3 is better. My opinion is that I like Gen 1 better. Does that sound
that makes
confusing?
Sense. I mean, John, they have completely different styles of graphics.
I understand for a movie opinion, you have ground to stand on because they change things, but it's the same game, but with more stuff you can ignore, by the way.
That's most new games in a nutshell. They introduce so much, but you ignore most of it.
But with movies, they can alter it. So it can objectively be the right opinion to like the original and think the new one's crap. But with video games, you can ignore all the new stuff.
Right.
Therefore, you just get the base game with more, so it's better.
I will say, though, the one time I do prefer, if I were to play, a Sinnoh game, the one reason I would prefer Platinum over the Sinnoh remix is for challenge runs. I would not want to do BDSP as a challenge run, because...
I just thought of something that could make my opinion wrong. For instance, they changed the statistics of Pokemon in some of the Gen 5 and 6 games. That can make your opinion about Pokemon being making a game worse. But they change it 10 stat points.
Like how they gave Electro 10 extra speed.
Right. But what I'm saying is that would be an argument to say you're wrong. They ruined the game. Like if they like, for instance, removed
Oh yeah,
30 special attack from Alakazam, you could
Yeah.
say the game is worse.
Oh yeah, Annie.
That would be
is
a valid opinion.
Well, Annie, that's a great point you made. In the original Diamond and Pearl version, like, people always think of, like, the lack of fire types, but the one thing they screwed up the Pokedex with, a bunch of the exclusive Pokemon that were, like, evolutions of previous stuff, like Tangrowth, Gallade, none of that stuff was catchable until the post-game. Like, Ralts was only by, like, Mass Outbreak, I think. Tangela is not even catchable in the game. The only way to get Tangrowth is to trade over your own Tangela, then evolve it. I mean, Platinum did fix that too, but BDSP also has that fixed. You can encounter them all in the underground. You can encounter Tangela. I found Ralts down there, Absol, Houndoom, Slugma, I believe, was down there. Like, they have a lot of the extra Pokemon too. They just put it in the underground. Like, you can't really argue, like, the Pokedex. I mean, the Pokedex is still the original Pokedex, but you can catch stuff that's not in the Dex. Like, they have the Pokemon in there for you to catch. Like, y'all saw in my Nuzlocke, I literally had a Houndoom and an Absol caught at one point. Oh yeah.
By the
like,
way, congratulations to all of us. Austin is also in the Rocket Hideout.
Yeah.
We're
Oh, yeah.
all in the Rocket Hideout. Good job,
I
everybody.
just forgot the
Ralts'
freaking
Pokeradar.
password.
Yeah. They locked off a lot of the good Pokemon behind the post game. So like, oh dude, I keep spamming Psybeam on Murkrow every time.
I know, right?
BDSP adds a happy streak makes it sometimes so the AI cannot hit. I hear people complain about this. I don't know why
that's
people
another
hate it.
thing. I don't particularly like that, but I don't consider that a feature that makes the game worse.
Oh, the Electrode
Technically,
killed
it's
me.
a feature that makes the game better.
Hey Steve, do you consider it a rewind and reset if the Electrode blows up and kills me?
Absolutely. You can
Okay.
rewind and reset. That's fine.
So just like a trainer battle. Okay.
Okay, the reason why I'm gonna have that opinion is because last run I purposely used a super potion before the final electro because I knew that could happen.
I actually ran out of healing items. I just gotta hope for the best.
That's certainly on you. Why? You're making the sailor. He makes me look bad. I just told you you could just hold the down button, and he's like, no.
I told you, like, he started. I think it's the 4x speed that's messing with it.
Can you go like just left all the way or right all the way? Will he still see you?
Yeah, you can't do that, dude. NPCs in this game see you from all the way across the screen. What kind of question is that?
That is true.
You would consider it a mechanic that makes the game worse? How does like raising your Pokemon to max friendship and then it would have like a 5% chance to like live at 1 HP or cure paralysis? How does that make the game bad?
Objectively, not dying and with no downside is not a feature that's worse. It's an opinion that you can have.
It's an opinion
that
they
makes
don't
the
like
game
it.
worse, but objectively, it's wrong. It makes the game better.
It kind of does come in really clutch. Like if you're using like a Pidgeot and you see the opponent use Thunder and you're like, oh no, I am so dead. And it lives at 1 HP and you're like, oh.
I do have an opinion. If you were to play Nuzlocke though, technically it should, like, it messes with Nuzlocks. But if you're playing the game like a normal person, an upside with no downside can't be something you can say is bad.
I've had those come in really clutch in my Nuzlocke. Like, if it weren't for one of those clutches, I could have lost my Crobat. I mean, in most other games, like, what's the benefit of raising your friendship besides, like, getting a max-powered return? Like, I mean, in that game, it's like, you can actually see them, like, doing, like, little affection stuff, have custom dialogue, occasionally miss moves. But I know what people are gonna say, like, how, like, in the other games, like, all that stuff was an affection stat.
No.
It wasn't the friendship. I don't know why they combined it to be the friendship, but I mean, I'm not really complaining. I just wouldn't do it for solo runs. Mainly because I refuse to do solo runs in a game with an XP share you can't turn off, because the amount of time waste is just going to be gigantic. I'll only do solo runs in games either without the modern XP share or one where you can turn it off, just because of the time waste. But for casual play, I really don't mind it. Like, if I do Gen 6 casually at some point, which I probably never will, I will have the XP share turned on. But for challenge runs, I'll turn it off. Does Steve like Let's Go?
Every single optional.
I can tell you,
lighthouse.
Steve does not like Let's Go.
I haven't really given it a proper chance.
Neither have I, but I really do not like the looks of the catching mechanic.
I can't stand the catching mechanic. It ruins the game. But I can again say that the fact that Let's Go adds features that are not in Gen 3 makes it a better game. Because the strategy and catching definitely alters what you could consider a better game. I'm saying mechanically it's a better game. Maybe aesthetically, not aesthetic. What am I trying to say?
Whenever people talk about like which of the two games is better, the number one reason I always hear is aesthetics. Like, some people just don't like the look of the style. Like, I can get looks. Like, for some
it's
reason,
3D.
Like, for some
That's
reason,
just better.
Like, for the same reason, I actually refuse to play Wind Waker because I really do not like the artwork of Wind Waker. Like, that's kind of like that opinion. Like, I don't care if the game is good. I don't like the artwork. I'm not going to try it. The game just... I don't like Link looking like that.
I have a different question. Can Pokemon run away from you?
In this game, yes.
In Let's Go.
Oh, I think they can.
Because if they can run away from you, that can be an opinion that can change.
The other thing about the newer games, the ability to see your IVs on screen, your EV spreads, you can change your natures. There's way better ways to EV train. You can just drug out your Pokemon with like 26 proteins and already be good to go. I know Steve knows what I'm talking about. He's done it plenty of times.
Yeah. In Sword and Shield, there's like a little training mini game that you can do to give yourself the EVs.
Oh yeah, I've done that a few times.
Yeah, I max EV'd my whole team while just watching TV.
Shout out to the Power Anklet and Palm Berry. Well, Palm Berry was, but the Power Anklets and stuff, I don't think those were in the original Gen 4 games. I think those were Gen 5 items.
Yeah, I still don't know how to have the opinion for Let's Go, because it is technically a different game because of the catching mechanic, but the problem is the rest of the game is the same. The catching mechanic is different, but if the Pokemon could run away from you and they can't run away from you in the original games, then that is a difference in the game that I can, in fact, say would be worse.
Pokemon just running away from you?
If it's a thing.
Oh.
Because that is a valid opinion. If something could run away from you and it wasn't able to run away from you before, they objectively made the game harder and therefore slightly worse.
But yeah, like with every Pokemon remake, I do, for casual play and challenge runs, I always do prefer the remakes. BDSP is just the one exception for the solo runs, just because of I can't turn the XP share off. Like, it's just so much time waste seeing everything level up. Like, it would just drive me insane to, like, do a solo run and see everything level up. Like, that's just awful.
So, sounds like you need to catch less HM Pokemon.
Right? Actually...
You need to catch wild bitters or something.
Actually, BDSP doesn't have HMs. There's no reason to catch other Pokemon. That is true. I forget about that.
Interesting.
So they can run away, but it's a timer. Okay, that makes sense. Do I have a full heal?
Yeah, I'd say the only exception where they didn't improve upon the game in the second version could be could be the Let's Go, but again, I think they added so many features that wasn't in Gen 3. You could probably overlook it a little bit.
Honestly, people call Let's Go like a remake of Yellow, but there's like hardly any resemblance to Yellow besides like the fact you start with a Pikachu. Like, I think it's its own game entirely. Plus, it doesn't even have the same story. Apparently, like, Blue's not your rival. Blue's not the champion. Like, Red and Blue are just NPCs you play along the way.
Wait,
You're telling me they actually changed the story? That could be in of a valid opinion to say the game is worse.
It would be weird to think BSP might be liked in years to come. I don't like the other Switch games, but that is me. It happens with every new title. New titles are almost always hated upon release because nobody hates Pokemon games more than Pokemon fans. So that's just always how it works. I remember when I was younger with the Gen 5 games. I remember this because I was like 9 years old. So many people called Gen 5 the worst generation of all time. They did not like how all the new Pokemon were locked in the post-game, so you only had to use the new stuff. They didn't like the constantly 3D moving sprites. They didn't like the look of the overworld. There was a lot of stuff people complained about, but then over time, people grew to like it. Same thing with Gen 6, actually, and Gen 7. Sword and Shield, I think, is starting to get re-liked recently. I'm sure if you wait like 10 years, Scarlet and Violet will be getting love. I mean, you can't really base a game's popularity based on mods. Like, that's an entirely separate thing. Like, mods are a way to cheat a game to make it good. Like, you can't say, like, oh, this game is good because you people made mods for it. You can't judge a game based on what mods people have made. You gotta judge the game raw.
Unless it's Skyrim, where people modding the game just fix stuff.
This is true.
You could choose to not play the other mods. The stuff that just fixes, it just works.
Alright, I'm back. Again, the whole cycle of hating the game first but liking it later on. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Whoa, is that a thing? Interesting.
Get rid of Thunder Punch.
I might have to look into that in just a second. So I just got out of the ice path.
Dang,
and it says Blackthorn City.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can fly there now?
Yeah. You don't have
Would
to
that be faster than walking?
You don't... Wait, what?
Getting out of the cave and then immediately flying to the city. Would that be faster than walking?
I do not get how.
Be quick with your menuing.
I mean, I will tell you the one place I do use that strategy. When I get off the SS Aqua, I actually just fly directly to Vermilion, so I don't have to go through all those boat corners things. The little paths. I just fly to Vermilion. It saves a bit of time there. Oh yeah, here's another thing. Oh, dang it, I keep encountering these guys. I like Sun and Moon, but time has not aged it well. Honestly, the main reason the games ran bad is because they were really pushing the limits of the 3DS. The whole reason, fun fact, the whole reason they actually got rid of triple and rotation battles after Gen 6 was literally because the 3DS could not handle that many 3D models at once. So they had to cut it from the game. Like, they were trying
only
to
reason
push it.
I wouldn't play Sun and Moon again is because there's just so much talking.
Yeah.
Just too much unskippable talking.
Yeah, I feel like Sword and Shield did better with the amount of dialogue. It's still a lot. Actually,
I don't even mind dialogue. There just needs to be a skip button.
Actually, Sword and Shield actually introduced an option where you can actually skip movie sequences. Although, it's an option where if you enable it, it does skip all of them, though. You can't just choose what to skip, it skips all of them. Which might be a plus for you. Triple Hoopa Unbound. Oh, man. But yeah, so some other instances of what instances would I prefer the original over the remake? I mean, for backports, I would prefer Gen 1. But let's see. I mean, the backports for Fire Red were pretty fun, too. Honestly, I can't really think of many instances where I would prefer the original for something. Nuzlocke, no. Honestly, no. For randomizers, newer games are always better, just because of more Pokemon.
Yep.
I mean, Heart Gold Soul Silver is pretty much better than Gold, Silver, and Crystal in, like, every single way. Like, they improved everything.
Oh, I've seen, from what I've seen from Did You Know Gaming, the team that built Heart Gold Soul Silver, they grew up playing Silver and Gold, which surprisingly is not super common for the people who make the new game to have played the original.
That's
And
interesting.
they knew exactly what they wanted to do to make the game better.
Honestly, that's a strat they should really do. Actually, fun fact, in the Hoenn games, there's this one girl, I don't know what her name is, but she has like a unique name most NPCs don't. Like, all she does is like just give the player a berry once a day. There's actually a fun little secret behind her. It's actually the name of Junichi Masuda's daughter, who was born shortly before Ruby and Sapphire was released. So he put an NPC in there with his daughter's name just as an Easter egg, and it's still there in the remix. I don't.
My Dragon's Den was awful.
I got a reset on Claire. I have no idea.
I also got a reset on Claire. I got a range on the first one and got paralyzed.
Hans of HCSS comparison to Crystal. No Dawn fan in Silver. Yeah, it was so weird. They swapped version exclusives. Like, Dawn fan is in Heart Gold, but in the originals, it's in Silver. Like, that was so weird. I think Steve might end up beating me this time.
My overworlding has been really pitiful this game. I've been talking way too much.
I mean, I feel like my battling has been kind of bad. Like, I kept choosing the wrong moves.
Holy crap, Speed was right about that.
What?
I just got around Bulbasaur Girl by just going down.
Who knows? Oh, I have to get the Dratini.
I didn't even know going down was a viable strat against her. In general, I didn't know she was just looks like that. That's just a thing you can do is just hold down. You will at least avoid her.
Well, John,
like at one time.
Sorry. Well, John, I think if you're I don't think you should like say like Heart Gold is like a better remake than Oras. You gotta think in comparison to the game they were based off of. Like, which game did a better job with, like, adding features and fixing bugs compared to the original? Like, which one did a better job to the original? I forgot the Dratini. Yep, Steve won this run. He won.
That makes two major mistakes you've made, so I would definitely say that firmly puts me ahead.
I'm actually just gonna get this Master Ball and catch a Tentacool.
Aha! Is like doing 99% damage against Meganium, burning it, and then it killing itself burn technically a one-shot?
Yes.
Then I one-shot his whole team.
You've got to be kidding.
Technically a one-shot? Because he technically still got to attack.
Some butthole decided not to give Tentacool Waterfall in this game. Yeah, this might end up being a worse run too. Oh man, I screwed this up bad. I thought I would have done
remake
better.
Outside of Pokemon do I think is worse? That is an incredibly good question.
I can't really think of any.
I generally like almost all remakes. I have a movie that I think is absolutely worse than the original. Or than...
Is it a Star Wars
so,
movie?
No. So I am on the opinion that when movies make creative changes, it's just an alternative timeline, and it's just beneficial to you, the viewer, that you got to see it in an alternative way.
Yeah.
I like it. I pretty much like all movie remakes. Even if it's not good, I'll just not watch it again. But I like it. There is one thing that I have to agree is in fact worse than the book. The Maze Runner second and third movie. They turned infected people into zombies. Like actual zombies. I'm sorry. This is wrong. You eliminated all of the parts that mattered
Annie,
by making them zombies.
how is BDSP a worse remake than Platinum? Platinum isn't even a remake. Platinum is 95% the same game as Diamond and Pearl. They just, like, they added a few story elements, and, like, the whole story is just overall different. Like, if the story is overall different, then it's not a remake. It's considered a third version. Like, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are not remakes of Sun and Moon. They're third versions. Platinum did a better job improving it? Okay. What's something that Platinum improved compared to Diamond and Pearl that BDSP did not? And don't you say the Pokedex. Say something legitimate. Of course Annie was gonna say that. Of course. Just ignore the random Houndoom and Slugma in the underground. Yeah, BDSP totally doesn't have fire types. Totally.
Aha! Houndoom is in fact a one-shot at a higher level. I got a reset the first time.
They ain't in the dex. Who cares if it's in the dex or not? It's catchable in the game before you even beat the champion. Who cares that it's not in the Pokedex by default? Like, why is that a concern with anybody? Like, I don't understand.
Oops. Oh, I just made a mistake. Oh, the mistake is gonna cost me. I'm just gonna reset now.
Actually, I probably should have
against-
kept Thunder Punch for slow, bro.
Against Lance, I did not set up Nasty Plot first.
Funny.
Can you guys understand that Dragonite is not even close to a one-shot?
Even
You
with
don't
Ice
set
Punch?
up Nasty Plot.
Even with Ice Punch?
I don't have Ice Punch.
Oh.
That sounds like an
Wrong move.
issue.
Wrong move. Like, here's my opinion. If it's catchable before the champion, it's part of the dex. I don't care if there's no dex entry. I consider it part of the dex. Azelf should
no,
really have
I
had
just-
levitate.
What's up?
Never mind, we're good. We're good.
What happened? What happened?
Yeah.
We need to hear
Silly
embarrassing things.
happens. Uh,
I mean, I can tell you one thing that not even Platinum improved with the
Need
original.
make sure to rare candy before Karen.
I hate how you mentioned that right as I'm about to fight her.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I mentioned that as I saw you enter the room, and I guess that's just a Twitch problem.
Oh well. Well, reset. I missed 3 ice punches on Murkrow.
That's
Plus-
okay. I also missed them, so, you know,
Alright, gotta teach
no time gained or lost.
return over ice punch. How many rare candies did I end up getting? Just 3.
Will I be playing Pokemon Yellow Legacy? I don't do remakes. Or,
Or
not
ROM
remakes. I
hacks.
don't do the ROM hacks. Just in general, I just don't do them.
Hey, Axio, if you're still here, or if anyone else is willing to look it up, is there anywhere in Johto you could just pick up an HP up easily? Because using one before Karen to not be at max HP to reduce sand attack luck, that could be a unique strat.
Is that a legitimate thing where the HP up doesn't actually give you the HP that it's
It doesn't.
upping?
It only improves your max, not your current HP. Kind of like using a rare candy. Or wait,
Interesting.
no, rare candies are different. HP, yeah, HP
Rare
ups
candies absolutely give them to you.
Burnt Tower if you have Rock Smash. I know what Rock Smash is, but I don't think any of our normal HM users even learn it. Because at
What
that,
about Rock Smash?
apparently, if you have Rock Smash going into Burn Tower, you know that item behind a cracked rock?
Yeah.
That's
I know of
an
it,
HP
thanks.
up.
Oh, okay. I know of the item from just the full item randomizer. that item has been insanely important
But you
so
cannot
many
use
times.
vitamins. No, we can use vitamins. It's just we have a smaller time window in which we can use them.
Oh no.
Yeah, Steve is
What's wrong?
90% gonna win. I played horrible.
What'd you do, Austin?
I fucked up. I messed up the teleport path.
You just do it in reverse.
Yup. I tried to do it in reverse, and apparently my brain did not reverse things correctly.
So now Austin's ahead of me. Great. It's okay though.
Did you already
I,
do Erica?
I do Erica pretty late in Kanto.
Oh, interesting.
I never see a reason to delay Erica. She's always the first gym leader.
Yeah, for
Yep.
me, she's always
I
first.
think I actually beat Lance before Steve, but tragic things
You did.
happened.
You did. You absolutely did. I watched you. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Did you see my little mishap there?
I saw it at the corner of my eye, but I didn't get to stare at it because I was also traversing Kanto.
Okay, so I forgot to get the SS ticket, and then I thought, oh, I'll just teleport back to New Barktown, right?
Where'd you
And
tell
Oh,
her?
no,
apparently
I
that
didn't
sends
see
you all the
that.
way back to the league.
Oh, that is funny.
Oh God, it's so bad.
Isn't that guy with the Abra still there though?
Nope, he leaves after you beat the league once.
Oh, that is
But luckily
painful.
resetting the game put me back to New Barktown.
Oh man, give
Um,
me my time save. Gotta have something, you know? Oh, I think I was gonna say this. One thing that I think BDSP improved that Not Even Platinum did, they made the gym leaders actually hard. The Elite Four is actually challenging. Like, they gave all the gym leaders, Pokemon, and Elite Four members competitive held items and EV spreads. They made them hard, which I really appreciate.
I actually felt that the tower in that game was insanely hard.
I'm talking about, like, the main story gym leaders.
Yeah, but just in general, I was just talking about the battle tower, and that game was insanely hard. Hey, Speed, F up. Screw up. Don't remember. You can't do it. I don't believe in you. Fail. You won't. No balls. You won't. You can't make it. It's nope. Damn. He did it.
I knew there was a delay, so I just didn't say anything.
Psych out. Unsuccessful.
Well, at least I can improve my Kanto gameplay, because I'm not going to forget the machine part this time.
Yep. You saved yourself 2 battles. Good job.
Sure, thank you, man. I appreciate that. But hey, once I start winning enough because of it, you'll want to learn it.
Nope.
Yes?
Nope. Bro. Just today, I failed the one room 3 times. So badly, I had to rewind out of it.
You didn't have escape ropes?
Oh, that would have been faster than rewinding. It would have been so much faster.
Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, guys, when I was doing my Nuzlocke, like, the gym leaders in Sinnoh in their original games are honestly kind of underwhelming gym leaders, except for, like, a couple, like Crasher Wake and Fantina I know are hard, but BDSP made every gym leader hard. And I actually had to really think carefully about everything I did. Oh, here's another improvement. You know how in Platinum you can rematch gym leaders, but you can only rematch like 3 of them randomly a day? You can rematch any gym leader whenever you want. You just have to go to their gym and just talk to them, and then they'll challenge you to a fight.
Oh, right. Yeah. I
And
actually did
the
that. I found that the best one to rebattle was the grass one.
Oh, because
I don't know what that bee Pokemon is, but it gives a lot of XP.
Beesmaquin.
Sure. That's what it's called.
You're just gonna trust me on that. I could have just said anything and you would have believed it.
You know, when they have a Pokemon that's literally vanilla ice cream, I'm gonna go ahead and just trust you.
Hey, don't
They got Pokemon
underestimate.
that's just straight E's, you know?
Hey, don't
I
underestimate
can't be
vanilla ice
memorizing
cream.
all of this.
Don't underestimate vanilla ice cream.
Oh, as a real life flavor, vanilla is actually my favorite. As a kid, obviously, it was chocolate, but boy, as an adult, vanilla really hits the spot.
Honestly, chocolate ice cream tastes bad to me.
Oh no, it's still second for me. Well, actually, no, brownie has taken second for me.
What brand of ice cream do you usually eat?
Well, it wasn't until I had a steady job of the last 2 years where I started branching out. But for basically my entire life, I've just had the great value stuff from Walmart. Yeah.
I only just started like buying ice cream recently, like for myself. Before we would just have like basically just whatever was on sale, whether it be like
Right.
Blue Bunny or Blue Ribbon.
Yep.
But when I buy ice cream by myself, like I don't know if this brand is like over there where you are, but over here where I'm at, the Tillamook ice cream is really really good. And
Never heard of it.
yeah, it's out of Oregon, so I think it's only a West Coast company.
Have you heard of Haagen-Dazs?
Yes.
Okay, so that's national. Got it.
Yeah. So and what was another one that was good? Oh
And
yeah,
I'm sure you've heard of Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah. I actually do buy some small pints for myself. I actually buy Baskin Robbins ice cream and buy the small pints.
Oh, I wish I had that. There used to be Baskin Robbins when I was a kid. They got bought out by Cold Stone Creamery where I live.
Really? So it's all Cold Stones?
Yeah. Every Baskin Robbins has been changed to a Cold Stone Creamery. I can at least think of 3.
Interesting. Because I know not the Ben and Jerry's, the what did I say? The Baskin Robbins, you know where I'm at. Like, it's been there for a really long time. Maybe they only bought out some locations.
Well, I remember Baskin Robbins, like they got like twice as many selections as Cold Stone.
They've got like 50,000 different flavors over there.
Right. Cold Stone's just got like the same like 12, maybe 16. Quite frankly, I only go to Cold Stone when I buy one get one free for my birthday. Used to be free, straight up free medium, but now it's buy one get one free.
Darn. Hey, wait, the grass
I
lady
know,
doesn't have a Pokemon that has a V in its name. Well, if you want to list her whole team, feel free to share it.
By the way, Speed, I have a theory on why you're playing so bad.
I'm thinking about ice cream.
No, you're just talking double the amount you usually do.
I mean, I did tell you I wanted to practice on that, but...
There's a reason I get distracted so much when I play.
Yeah, pretty much. What things do you think a Black and White remake could improve? There were some problems I had with the original Black and White, mainly to do with story. I felt the original was way too linear. You just go in a straight path. There was like barely any backtracking. I like games where you have to like backtrack to old areas often. Like Kanto, you sort of have to do it.
Yes, I like games that put stuff in your face and they're like, hey, you can't do this until later.
Yeah,
and then you have to backtrack.
I'm just really not a fan of games where like the only path forward is just a straight path. Straight path, stop. Straight path, stop. Straight path, stop. Hardly any backtracking. You don't even use in my runs, you don't even use fly for the first time until you get 7 badges. You know what's funny? In this game, even though there's no badge, even though Surge's badge doesn't give you a badge boost, he still says his badge boosts speed, so he's lying 2 gens in a row. Like in Gen 1, he says it increases speed, but it increases defense. In this game, it raises speed, but it actually raises nothing.
I just watched you bring up your Poke radio thing, and I'm like, that's the wrong color. And I'm like, oh yeah, he plays as a girl.
Hey, at least whenever I go surfing, the Lapras is actually blue.
No, it's just very interesting. It's just not something I'm used to seeing.
Alright, I actually am not paralyzed for Blaine this time. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna beat the... Yeah, I'm losing the under horribly. I don't even know if I'm gonna beat my first run.
Oh, I didn't get hit by extreme speed. That was so fortunate because my HP was not great.
Surge is a liar. Yep. Jumpluff, Cherim, Blossom, Torterra, Roserade. It might have been somebody else. I don't know. Oh, another thing that BDSP had. You know how Platinum has a single, like, round 2 league? In BDSP, there's 3 separate, like, there's a round 3 league. Like, they have their standard levels, then the round 2 levels, and a round 3. Cynthia will literally have Pokemon in the low 80s. Like, I fought the Elite Four over and over again to train up my team to level 100. Even at level 100, they were actually hard. And I was using, like, a full team. I forget.
Okay,
Austin.
forever in the future, I'm never using the bike again. The Dark Cave was so much easier without it.
I just went to Professor Oak to get access to Mount Silver, but I haven't even fought Blue or Brock yet. He's like, hey man, you forgot 2 badges. Go back and get it, you lazy bitch.
Nice.
Hey, Pidgeot tried to mirror move Nasty Plot. No, you don't. I forgot Austin is racing with you. Yeah, he hardly ever talks.
Oh, Snorlax survives a triple nasty plot. That's insane.
Yeah, he does, but what do you have to fear from it?
I've gotten 2 resets on red now. I got paralyzed by a thunder. I'm just like, I'm not having that.
I'm hoping this can beat my first run, but it's going to be cutting it pretty close at this point. Hey, I skipped the Beedrill guy. That's a good start. You have... Hey, Austin, tell me about your life goals again.
What are your dreams?
What keeps you up at night?
102.45.
You know what's sad? I think I may have said in... This may surprise you, Steve, but I think my over-under was unrealistic.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's totally not surprised by that.
It was such a bad run, and yet I still saved 2 minutes. The punches, big deal.
Oh, dude. It's really annoying how I have to press up twice.
I think if I were level 60 going into that battle, though, like if I had grabbed that final rare candy, probably would have made a difference. At level 59, that Snorlax was just
great. Even though Austin was rusty, I played so bad, I am in last place now.
If it makes you feel any better, you're still on track to beat your first run.
Well, technically, yes. I actually hate that I am. Honestly, I would rather lose against my first run than have a really bad second run that somehow still did better. Because, like, even though the run did better, you're like, oh, but I played so horribly, though.
You got off your bike at the end. That's the key. That last part is the worst.
Yeah. I just don't get whenever Scott says, like, the bike is just hard to use. It's on the select button. You can get off of it whenever you want. Use it for some nice trick maneuvering.
I used my last 2 nasty plots on Espeon. Oh, interesting. I thought you were just going to set up on Espeon.
I was kind of worried about dying.
Oh, dude. The Snorlax survives the level 59 3 nasty plot psychic.
I'm going to set up nasty plot on Espeon.
Psychic, by the way. Not extra sensory.
I'll just use a turn 1 Fire Punch then.
Oh,
ow.
I forgot that I could have speeds run up.
Oh, God.
Ouch.
Well, I mean,
Turns out we all got lucky on red last time. Maybe we were just all over-leveled, but not too over-leveled.
I'm a higher level than last time. I was 59 last time. Or no, I was 60.
I was also 59. It just recalled that.
Okay.
Although you have extra sensory, this will be interesting.
Okay. Just do a bit of chip damage.
So if there's anything I want to say,
I hate this.
The difference in red, if I had the leftovers, I don't think Snorlax would have been any issue whatsoever. the leftovers, I think, made a big difference for red. It just allowed you to not die.
Yeah, my big mistake was choosing not to get leftovers because I didn't think it was needed.
Austin, did you get leftovers?
No. I just set up to +6 and one-shot it with Psychic.
Okay, you know what? I'm
Well,
actually kind of glad.
Not all of us could be that fortunate.
All right, I'm actually kind of glad this isn't faster than my first run. Because I would not want this to be the better run. This run's horrible.
Hey, you'll finally have something on the leaderboard that says run 1.
I know, right? Yeah, it was all Steve's idea. I actually started tracking attempt numbers on my leaderboard just because it's actually kind of a neat idea. It actually tells me, like, what runs haven't gotten a second playthrough yet. Like, how many playthroughs did it take for a Pokemon to be good? It's kind of a good thing to look at, you know?
Why are you... Oh, yeah. Never mind.
No leftovers.
Right.
Which
I
is,
also used Fire Punch on it.
not a good
Makes
idea.
sense.
I think I just screwed myself up bad by skipping leftovers. I don't know why that was a good idea. This is horrible.
Interestingly enough, I think the extra sensory is what screwed you over. I actually didn't use extra sensory for the second run on, or both the first or the second run. I actually just grabbed the 2 PP ups.
I don't think that's what's screwing me up here. I think what's screwing me up is not having leftover heal. Risk the charm on Pikachu. The thing likes to use charm. Yeah, but Thunder does way more damage than Psychic.
I just think that both Psychic and Thunder basically do the exact same amount of damage. So if one of them has a chance for me to get paralyzed and the other doesn't, I'll take the one that doesn't.
Right. Oh, nice. I got the range.
I don't know how that's a range for you. Psychic's way stronger than extrasensory, and yet clearly level 60 makes that big of a difference, because at 59, Psychic, the 10 damage stronger move
11.
with stab, doesn't do it.
Nice. I mean, a max roll extrasensory could still be more than a min roll Psychic, I think.
This run was 2 minutes and 11 seconds worse. Well, gotta use playthrough number 1.
Well, anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining in on today's stream. We appreciate it. I believe the next stream is, for me, is a regular Crystal run on Thursday, and then I believe we have another Backport on Friday. Make sure to check out the schedule for that. Have a nice night, guys, and I will see you then. Bye.
Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Alright, I'm just gonna update my leaderboard. Can anyone tell me what my my level and resets were in game time for run 1? I usually don't keep track of that stuff. This was Azelf. Yeah, me trying to talk more to avoid copyright claims actually kind of screwed me up bad. Also some bad play decisions.
It's okay. It makes sense.
Eh.
I told you, it's a skill that I have acquired over years of playing. And even then, it's not something you can master. It is just something that you can hopefully lower.
Yeah. Let's see. 6 resets, level 61. I'm a 106. Alright. Yeah, this could have been so much better, but if I had remembered the leftovers, this would have been a faster run, but I'm kind of glad at the same time it's not a better run. I mean, the 106 on the dot looks nice. Only 6 resets. Like, that first run was still pretty good. I mean, that was the run where I forgot the machine part. What did Austin finish with? Maybe he can tell you. I didn't hear him.
I think it was 103 something.
Did Austin leave?
Yeah, 103.27.
Okay, there you are. But yeah, oh well. I'm not gonna redo this. Like, I need to redo Kyogre because that was like so much time loss, and because of the huge time difference. Like for Steve, like Kyogre is like one of his top 5 Pokemon, but for me, it's like bottom 30. So yeah, that
Oh,
one
in
needs.
blue?
Yeah,
Austin,
for
we hit it.
Kyogre.
I hit a new first place Pokemon,
Yeah? Which one?
Lunala.
Lunala. Interesting.
I think I had a new first place recently.
Is it though? Think about it. What are the 2 most overpowered types in Generation 1?
It is
Oh,
Lunala.
it's Psychic Ghost. I didn't even know what
Exactly.
type that was.
Yeah,
That makes
my
sense,
Lunala
though.
run. My Lunala run had 0 resets, 29 minutes 7 seconds, and it's my lowest level at 52. It was my first sub 30 run. All right, so
Nice.
that was a lot of fun. Thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream for me will be tomorrow, where I hopefully will finish the Shining Pearl Nuzlocke, and I'm sure some people will come across and say, "Hey, why are you playing that bad game?" And I'm just gonna go into a whole nother rant. I'll see you all then.